debate will be falling share. On the debate will be
Did I walk into a pyrocycle stream by accident?
I was gonna let another goal go out, but hello, Jet. Hello, it's a Mac Jet. I bet you wondered where I am. Yeah, that's right. I bet you wondered that. Listen, I know what the allegations say. I'll have you know that Melania is the only one that I'll eat. I don't know where this is coming. All right. Guys, chat, we got to discuss something today. All right. I've got to tell you, I've seen a lot about this Fosh guy. I don't really agree with his take on goblins. That's wrong. We should lock him up. Horses, on the other hand, I love Bubba. What can I say? Big Bubba. Big fan of Bubba. I'll tell you this, chat. I'm the one inflating. Bubba's gonna fill me. He's gonna fill me up. I feel like my Trump voice is kind of lacking. I've been really struggling doing voices today. Or the last few days, I've been really struggling with doing voices. I don't know what it is. I don't know if this... Super Freak, you've got to know something. I love a good horse. I love horsing around. What can I say? I like it. I like the girth. I like the size. I'm just saying he has a very similar name to former President Bill Clinton. Now, chat, we live in a post Epstein email drop world, okay? This is dare I say a 9/11 level event in terms of cultural significance. Do not fact check that, okay? Do not compare that to the cultural relevance of other things happening in society. Don't do it. Don't do it. I just realized that chat inflation is related to normal super chats. I'm stupid. Hold on, I can set up another goal too. Hold on, I can do that. I can make 2 goals. I can double dip as a streamer now. Actually, hold on. Let me do that. My voice has been suffering, but my excuses is I'm on T and I'm doing second puberty. Am I just going on second puberty due to pure aura? I feel like I'm going through another puberty due to aura. Get to $50 and we'll get an inflated diesel monka. Okay, so hold on, let me I'm gonna add it now. We're gonna add a tip goal as well. Okay. I'm gonna add a tip goal, and that goal is gonna be, guys, what should the tip goal be? What should the tip goal be? Do we want to change chat inflation, chat? Oh, here. This will be like melon stream. Goal. There we go. Am I stupid? Why did it go away? Hold on. I'm like actually floundering right now. That's fucked up. I can't do that. What if I put the melon stream behind $1 million? What if I put the melon stream behind $1 million? Do it. Ends in one day. Here we go. Let me save that. And then I'll make this bigger. There we go. Why is it? I need to fix the colors on this. Hold on. This is like all fucked up, dude. I'm fucking it up. I'm fucking it up. The background color, make that black. And then make the fill color green. Cause goblin. There we go. Save. We'll move this over here. I'll probably use these for real after this, but I'm gonna like change them up. I am so there is a like a legitimate goal outside of this, right? I'm gonna get like a bunch of stuff done by Mishi probably to try and like update a lot of the stream stuff. And just redo a lot. I'm gonna get some of the rigging redone on my model, stuff like that. Imagine if D gets 1 million. Ooh, me wishing a millionaire comes into chat and gives me $1 more billion. Like, oh shit. Anyway, yeah, dude. I can't believe that over these last few days we've been learning all kinds of things about Mr. Epstein. I will say that as a follower of the news, I am quite astounded that it is this insanely wacky, dude. It is actually crazy. I love that we thought that the rich elites were having all these like, you know, Bohemian Grove level secret meetings, but in reality, they were like misspelling emails on iPads and saying like, I don't like that pedophile. He doesn't really pedophile like me. He's not like us, Mr. Pedophile, who I agree with. My favorite, though, is like have you guys heard about the books Jeffrey Epstein was reading? It's like Jeffrey Epstein was like reading a book on, he bought like fucking 40 copies of Lolita, which, by the way, Lolita is not an endorsement of raping young women, okay? It's actually an indictment of those things. Talk about missing the forest for the trees. 2, he bought like 5 books on narcissism after Donald Trump became president. That really happened, okay? He got a book called like The Dictator's Handbook about like why Machiavellianism is like actually good politics. A bunch of stuff, a bunch of wacky stuff, dude. Yeah, a bunch of like airport bookstore books. That's the best way I could put it. What was some of the other ones? Hold on. Books Epstein bought. Let's see. Bloomberg did an article on it. Let's see. Conversations with a mathematician. A bunch of books on like Western philosophy. Here we go. I'll pull it up. Can I show that? That's art. I could show that. I'm not gonna explode if I do. Let's see. He bought like a bunch of books on Christmas Eve about like Kama Sutra sex. Also, /serious. I have a /serious. Have any of you like tried this stuff? Like, what is the over under on it? Like, I can't. This isn't even all of it. It's like this is actually missing a bunch. This is missing a bunch of information on this article. It's okay. Okay, so I'm not missing out on anything. All right, I was just curious. Anyway, we'll move on. We'll move on from the pedophile that may or may not be a part of a cabal that controls the entire world. Someone made a short video about the book stuff. Yeah, that's the video I'm referencing actually. MLYP. Very, very good videos on something awful. Very good. Anyway. For those of you that don't remember, Colleen Ballinger was exposed by then minor Adam McIntyre for being sexually suggestive and inappropriate with him throughout the length of his tenure as an employee, of which I do not believe he was paid for. This is stuff from like sharing nude pictures of other women to like sending pictures of lingerie and completely like it was. Colleen Ballinger was called dead to rights, okay? Not to mention, Colleen Ballinger also got tons of shit for doing jokes about Latinas, overweight women. What else? There's a whole list actually. There was like a really weird kind of like oddly like erotically charged like period thing that she did for like children. It was also very strange. But yes, Adam McIntyre was the big whistleblower of those things back in the day. And while Adam McIntyre always had like a bit of like clout capital, this is kind of like the thing that put Adam McIntyre on the scene big style back in 2020. It is the big moment. Two is that Chatter mentioned how Adam McIntyre pee pee poo poo because EHD stuff, of which that is why Colleen Ballinger is coming back. I have my opinion on it is thus. I've had many a conversation about me doing drama in public now. The cultural relevance of EHD as a topic of internet discussion is way more limited and insular than you think, and you would be severely overvaluing that position. In my opinion, I would actually argue that Colleen Ballinger could quite possibly have no fucking idea about Adam McIntyre's involvement with Ethan Klein in the slightest. I think that is completely possible. And I think that I'm sorry, but EHD just ain't that important to the general public. It just isn't. That's my theory. I think Adam getting involved in EHD killed his credibility. I don't really feel like EHD does work to kill the credibility of Adam McIntyre in this particular instance, given the chat leaks in question that doomed Colleen Ballinger, as the things that were released at the time were damning enough on their own, corroborated with like a bunch of the weird shows that Colleen had as Miranda Sings and a bunch of other stuff. I think really what sells Adam as like a credible narrator in this in particular is really just the apology, right? Like I think the apology is very telling. I think you can tell a lot about a YouTuber by their apology video. All right. And for those of you that don't know, we're going to start tonight by watching Toxic Gossip Train. Again, this all broke in 2020, but this is where it all came to a head. Yeah, Adam. Okay, look, for those of you that aren't familiar or keep up with Adam at all, Adam is a T-girly. They just chat shit quite a bit. And a lot of the times they chat shit on stuff that isn't particularly important. The drama community, which is basically dead. Nobody fucking talks to each other anymore. But the gist of it is that everybody acts the same. They're all like, you know, gossipy little bitches. And Adam is no different in that equation. So there's that. Anyway, if you haven't seen Toxic Gossip Train, congratulations. You're about to be educated. You know what? Honestly, this is kind of aura farming. We live in a different world now, and I feel like the pandemic definitely affected this.
Hey, it's been a while since you...
I don't like. Obviously, she didn't talk to a lawyer about this, but what was like? Hasn't she copyright claims videos that have used this video song? Well, you know, I'm not even allowed to have chat goals anymore because YouTube's broken, okay?
On my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true, though. Just as long as it's entertaining to you. Right? You guys having fun? All aboard the
Dude, I kind of want Homelander to do this. Can we get Anthony Starr and the Homelander get up and make him do this? I want this, but Homelander.
Toxic gossip.
I think about this so much. This and Logan Paul's Force video have changed my vocabulary forever. 110%. The Logan Paul Suicide Forest apology video has permanently changed my vocabulary because I always say a constant and severe lapse in my judgment.
You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation.
Dude, she put a lot of work into this.
Toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station.
Dude, Donald Trump, after being accused of having gay head sex. What am I, stupid? Hey, whatever. I can't believe the president of the United States is a bisexual felon.
Toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash, but hey.
Guys, you won't survive in the crash of the toxic gossip train. Good. I don't want you to. That's gay head of state for you, mister.
Having fun. Hi, everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things.
There's never been a more maniacally millennial woman than this. This is quite literally like the final boss of white women. Like, this is actually her, dude. All right, like this is Crown Prince Radan. All right.
Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they
Guys, her team advised her not to do this. I love the idea that there's other people around her that are just like normal fucking like PR people that are like, please, I need to maintain my salary. Stop being so fucking bad. And she's like, I don't care about your salary. I just hate this toxic gossip train. Then she whips out the ukulele while they all like scream and try to like grab her.
said that I couldn't sing what I want to say. So here I am, and today I only want to talk about the facts. So I hope that you'll be willing to listen.
I don't know how you can even seriously have a discussion about the facts while you're singing through it. Again, I think that this is aura farming now. I think we're far enough removed from the grooming and sexual misconduct allegations that we can say funny things about this now, and we don't all have to be like mad about it.
We go. Many years ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way.
Guys, this loser was just messaging her fans, man.
Where I was just trying to be
That's okay. If I message you, it means that I'm trying to pipe.
besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up.
Guys, you gotta understand. I'm just a weird aunt. I'm just a little quirk chungus.
To you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, "Ugh." That was me, but in group chats with my fans. It was weird. I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that, I feel like I'm talking to my friends. But in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting, is it?
Guys, you gotta understand that she took accountability for being a quirk chungus. But she's being wrongfully convicted of crimes that she definitely, in the court of public opinion, committed.
So let's go on the toxic gossip train. The locomotives.
I think she should have just done like a Kendrick style, like, yeah, I did it, and I'd do it again. And it was like a rap song.
Fueled with hateful accusations, the toxic gossip train steamroll over someone's reputation. hop on board, but close your eyes. Otherwise, you'll realize that the train is made of lies, and that person you despise.
I like that this is actually like literally the Disney villain song. This is actually a Disney villain song. It is absolutely astounding. Like, it has everything that those things would have.
You didn't deserve to die, but hey, at least you're having fun.
Millennial nursing home drama is gonna go hard.
In all seriousness, I do think
Remember,
it's really
chat,
important to hold
Bubba is
people
also the
accountable
name
for
of
mistakes.
Ghislaine Maxwell's horse. You decide which option is funnier.
That's like really difficult because I was talking about this with the homies before this because we were joking about Donald Trump giving head to Bubba. But like apparently also Vosh asked somebody that did this before. The horrible smell coming from that stream, if that's a thing that happened. But how I don't even know how you would do that, right? Like as Donald J. Trump, I feel like your head is too small. I mean, I feel like your mouth is too small and a horse is too big. Like when I don't see many horses. It's been a long time since I've seen a horse, but like last time I saw a horse, it was like a big horse, you know? Like, what do you do? Like, I don't even know how that's possible. I don't even know how that's possible. There, it just doesn't make sense to me. So I assume it's the president of the United States that he sucked off.
You know, we should hope that
Maybe it was a pony. Is Bobby? I did not have sexual relations with the guy who reads tweets and dresses up all funny. I completely lost my train of thought. Like, is Bubba a pony, or are we talking like a fucking stud or a stallion or like a racing horse? Like, what kind of horse is Bubba?
everyone can learn from their mistakes and grow and change their behavior and be a better person. And this is something that I've always tried to do when I make mistakes, and it's something that I will continue to try to do. What? Oh, you don't care? Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to take accountability.
You know, with Trump's head game, it's probably lacking because both of those little hands are having issues gripping the cylinder.
All right, look, I feel like if you are able to perform such a task of heinous proportions, that you must have some kind of skill with which you perform at, right? A racist horse? A racist horse is a crazy assumption, dude. Did you guys see that tweet like a few weeks ago? Hold on, I'm gonna go on a bit of a delay here. Did you guys see that tweet about like racist cows? Hold on, this was like a real tweet. Oh yeah. This went like viral a while ago. This is a real thing that happened. I'm starting to notice that the cows are interacting more with whites as if aware that whites are being replaced. Multiple dashes. AI. And they won't worry that other races, will not show the same moral responsibility in caring for cows. And then, yeah, so then there's this ring footage of like cows. And the cow, you know, go running up to their owners, I guess. All right. By the way, 100%, this account is not run by a white person. 100% chance of that being true. I do not believe that this is a white person. This is like giving some guy who's being paid $2 a day in like Malaysia to tweet hyperbolic things on the internet. I'm kind of saying it's just Ian Miles Chong, but you know. But yeah, there's that. There's that thing, and I did watch this clip where they're like, "Oh my god,
those cows are so responsive to their white owner. They would never be so responsive to a black person. As if there's not black farmers that exist, but whatever. But yes, that was a thing I saw on Twitter, aka X to Everything app.
But that's not the point of your mob mentality, is it? No. Your goal is to ruin the life of the person you despise while you dramatize your lies and monetize their demise.
I would monetize your demise any day of the week. I think it's a moral imperative that I do, actually. I think that I am not only justified in that behavior, but I do think that I serve a public good in that case of sitting here and saying things that are uncouth about your behavior. She acts like she is acting, but I know she is, but like in a way that's like evil and villainous.
I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating.
I don't even know if I'd say gaslighting. I'd say you're coping.
Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that.
You would never send naked pictures of Trisha Paytas to your minor intern.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That is, imagine you're literally a child, and then Colleen Ballinger sends a nude, but not any nude, a nude of Trisha Paytas.
Sorry, I didn't realize that all of you are perfect, so please criticize me. Bring out the daggers made from your perfect past and stab me repeatedly in my bony little back.
Wow. Dude. She's like, this is just like the Ides of March.
I'm sure you're disappointed in my shitty little song. I know you wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made up for clout.
This is like the most I'm guilty, I did it she could be doing, though. I don't know what was going through her head at that time, and the fact that she's lived in nothing but a constant state of denial since this moment in time is absolutely astounding. This is a half a decade now of not recognizing the mistake she made, right? Because this was 2 years ago, but this started in 2020, right? So she's 5 years removed now, and we're still playing the same rigmarole game, okay? That's enough of that. I got spoiled, chat. I got spoiled. So I was like, oh, this is an interview with Colleen Ballinger. I had no fucking clue that the person interviewing Colleen Ballinger is Raven Simone of That's So Raven. Raven, dude, do you think she would see this coming as a bad blowback, dude? She didn't even realize that this would be a bad idea. Isn't she supposed to see the future, dude?
Today, we're sitting down with Colleen.
Yes, Raven fucking Simone. That's So Raven. There we go. I'm ruining That's So Raven for some millennials tonight. But yeah, that's really happening. These fucking, I mean, respectfully, these two very toxic lesbians are about to go sweep for Colleen Ballinger. Yes, seriously, that is about to happen. Damn, she aged. I got bad news for you. So did you, baby. She had Drake Bell on her podcast too. Boy, I'm gonna. Do they know any rich New York financiers that might have died in the year of 2019?
Raven looked at Colleen out of the corner of her eye and held up one finger.
Ballinger, actress, comedian, and YouTuber, best known for her character Miranda Sings. If you were
I don't know where I'd place these people, but if Western civilization is truly collapsing, then these people would definitely be jesters in Nero's court, right? I'm feeling very antiquity today. That's what I'm feeling like. But like I'm Rome in like the non-racist way. I like Rome in like the just normal way that men like Rome, but not in the way where I'm racist. I know the Mediterranean motherfuckers were not white.
anywhere
I mean, some
online-
of them. It depends. You got to understand that they control a lot of the world, okay? It's very complicated.
In 2023, you probably saw Colleen's name trending. It's because she was accused of crossing personal boundaries
Why does Raven Simone sound like she's still 16 but look like she's going to run for Congress?
with fans, some of whom were minors, and the response was intense.
She posted a response video that made the whole situation blow up even more. And what followed was one of the biggest public cancellations we've seen in a while.
This is actually the first time that we're meeting Colleen.
Guys, you got to understand that when there is no universe where Colleen Ballinger comes back. This is wacky.
And we've decided to do it now because we feel like enough time has passed for reflection and learning and for a real
So it's time for reflection and learning, chat.
conversation behind the headlines.
It's easy to form opinions based on what we see online,
Interview is
but harder
quiet.
to sit
Here
down
we go.
face to face and ask questions about what's really happened, what someone's taken from it, and how they're moving forward.
Our goal isn't to revisit every detail, but to understand the human side of the story that became very public.
So today, Colleen is
She
here
got
to
big auntie energy.
share her perspective in her own words, to share what she's learned, what she regrets, and what she hopes all of us take away from it now.
And we're here to listen.
Here's our conversation with Colleen Ballinger.
You know, now that I'm a mom, obviously every choice I make, I think about how it could affect my children. And I wish that I went into my interactions with my fans with that same mindset of like, everything I say can affect them, and think about how this can affect these people that you're interacting.
When I share all these weirdly sexual conversations with my minor fans, I should have been thinking, these are somebody's children. That's crazy. All right, well, it's nice to know that you got around to that after birthing a child.
With.
My next guest tonight is one of the most popular YouTubers in the world. Her videos have garnered more than
The late night industrial complex picks another horrible human being to come on the show. Many such cases.
billion views online.
You all know her as Miranda Sings.
Please welcome Colleen Ballinger.
Over 6 million subscribers, nearing 2 billion views.
I gotta be honest, 6 million subscribers ain't nothing now, right? Talk about subscriber inflation, okay? We talk about chat inflation, of which, you know, the chat goals have increased in cost now because of inflation. But talk about subscriber inflation. You can't get shit with 6 million now. You better have like 10 million if you want to even start talking about being on mainstream television.
Now a Netflix show.
You're famous. You're famous. We're both famous.
As someone who watched all the videos about Colleen when all this shit went down, I think she's significantly more malicious than most people think. I definitely think she's completely malicious. Every single thing that she has done post her cancellation has just been a thinly veiled attempt to somehow garner back some thin sense of relevancy or importance in the cultural zeitgeist. There is really no place for this lady.
Colleen has written a best-selling self-help book, is touring around the world, and has appeared with the likes of Jimmy Fallon and Jerry Seinfeld.
YouTube star Colleen Ballinger, who's better known as her online persona Miranda Sings, is facing significant backlash. She's been accused of having inappropriate relationships with some of her underage fans.
And now a new video
Yeah, she wasn't even being considerate of other people's kids. She was saying, I should have been thinking of my kids' lives.
made is landing the content creator in even more hot water.
They wanted an explanation, and they deserved that, and I didn't give it to them.
What happened personally?
Why are we doing, dude, they're doing a whole intro on this fucking podcast, bro. It's crazy.
Back to another episode of Tea Time. Today on the podcast, we have somebody
am
who
woke.
you definitely know.
You
because
definitely-
Oh, brother. We're so fucking screwed, chat. I gotta take some hopium pills after this, dude.
You know YouTube.
You know her.
You know her. You have to know her. Colleen Ballinger.
I am.
Is it? That is my name.
You said it right.
You did.
I get so nervous about like butchering people's names, even though I know your name is
Because
Colleen
everybody
Ballinger,
butchers
and I've
hers.
said it so many times.
Okay, so I absolutely abhor this dog shit fucking soft gloved like tea journalism that these fucking LARPing skinwalkers do, okay? I am dying. I have listened to. Okay, I drive a lot these days. I'm literally driving. Okay, but we'll count that as the two Mad mentioned for this stream. I am literally driving every day. And I listen to a lot of NPR and New York Times and a lot of interviews. Okay. And the amount of times that I have listened to an interview with somebody who really deserves to have some pressured questions, am I irritated by the lack of pressured, poignant questions by professionals. At least they ask like some questions that are interesting, but folks like these never ask a question that has any value whatsoever. And there is so much of that, especially on YouTube, where there is completely ridiculously weak questions, and I hate it. It exists and it permeates through everything because we have this like weird system of access journalism where these powerful people can just choose to not interact and choose not to answer if you ask good questions, and it infuriates me.
It wouldn't bother me if you did. Most people don't say it right. My whole life it was Colleen Ballinger.
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 Yeah,
People said
I'm
usually.
Mayday, and so people are always like Mayday, because it's not with the middle Y.
Oh, okay.
So it gets very
Yeah, my name is Raven. People call me Janet. It's so weird. I don't understand.
Okay,
Anyway, we really appreciate you being
We're
here
really happy that you're
today.
here. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, there is a very big elephant in the room.
Yeah.
And I think that we
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of crazy that Adam Friedland is like a good example of the contrary that still exists today.
just have to address it.
Sure.
Immediately.
Don't get me. I've heard interesting questions, right? I know Jon Stewart interviewed Camilla Harris recently. Jon Stewart was asking really good questions. It was very clear that Camilla Harris doesn't have her head on straight. That wacky lady should not run again in 2028. Fuck, I'm trying to think. I listened to an interview recently with a guy who was like definitely like an educated fascist, and I'm drawing a blank on it. It was an Ezra Klein interview. That one was also pretty good.
Why Miranda?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking about that. I was like, how do we address this when I get there?
It's pretty massive.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. I mean, luckily for you, she's been gone for a while, so you don't have anyone to compete with that name. But
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, do you actually want the answer to that question?
Yes, I do.
Why Miranda? Why did I name her? Why does she?
Kamala. Oh yeah, the Charlie Kirk sweeping from Ezra was like insane. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's just because Ezra's not like plugged in on like the internet rage bait machine. He's like a regular ass journalist, and he's not like, his beat isn't rage bait, right? But like anybody who's familiar with the game knows what a rage baiter is. But it just seemed like he just didn't know what that was. Because I think if he did, his perception might be a little different.
Exist.
Why did you name her? We'll get into
Why
the
did you
other
name
stuff
her
later.
and then that?
I was in college doing a play, like a one-act thing, some student-run thing, and I was cast as the role of Miranda. And I thought it was a show about Disney princesses. That's what I was told. And so I was like, I'm going to get Belle. And then it was like, you're Miranda. And Miranda was like the mean, rude girl in the show. And then when I actually performed it, I think our biggest audience was like 7 people or something. There wasn't a lot of people who came. So when my friends came, I would sing just off key, just a little bit, like just under the pitch or just above the pitch, or like be awkward.
I had to Google Ezra Klein. Why does he look so greasy? Oh yeah, his like profile picture is like when he was young. He has like a beard now. He looks way better with it. But the book Abundance is based. It's why I keep talking about multi-use zoning.
On stage to make them laugh.
Yeah.
And so when I created the character, I needed a name. I just finished that show, and I didn't put much thought into it. It was just, I just did this character with this name, so I'll use that.
Wow.
You're a mom of 3 now,
I can't believe
Wow, what a shame.
that.
right?
That's
3
so.
babies.
That's. I don't know if I keep thinking there's gonna be a day where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a mom. Like it doesn't. I can't. Like it can't even. It doesn't. Like I obviously am a mom, and I love my kids more than anything in the world. But it's like, I love Flynn, Maisie, and Wesley. Like I'm like they're not. I don't have 3 kids.
Flynn, Maze, and Wesley. What did you name them after a farm you drove by?
Kids.
How old do you feel in your body or in your brain? Like, how old do you feel? Because I feel like 20 sometimes.
20s. Yeah, I'd say like
I feel 20 sometimes, dude. The pandemic and its consequences. I feel like I'm actually like fucking 45. Okay, maybe a little older. I feel very, very old.
Mid to late 20s.
Flynn, Maisie, and Wesley. Okay, that my joke about the farm still stands.
I feel like I'm stuck there, like in my
She looks like evil AOC.
mind of like, that's maybe even younger. I don't know, but I definitely don't feel like I'm in my 30s. And when people say my age, I'm like, oh my god, why are you calling me old? Like, I don't, and I'm like, oh, they just said my age. Got it. You know, so
What is your age?
Interesting.
Hilarious.
Oh, me? Oh, you're 38.
8, I think. Yes, 38.
We're the same age.
You're 38?
I'm 38.
You look a lot younger than that.
But thank you.
You look like a, what did you say before we started?
What are we doing, dude? What is this interview? Holy shit. What are we doing?
Young British boy.
Yes, I'm a young British
The loving words.
She does look like a young British boy. I mean that derogatory though, not gonna lie.
I heard them speak to each other before we started filming.
But let's talk about it though, because you come from a big family.
Boss, it's the trauma that makes you feel old. You have the I lived through 2 dark ages and 3 supposedly end of days vibes my man does. Well, you know, at least I'll be ready when it all comes crashing down.
And I'm sure that when you have that many siblings, like you're just able to say whatever and blurt it out, and it's like joking and moving around. And one thing that I learned when I was on The View is
It looks like Raven was like squished. It's like somebody put her in a hydraulic press and she became like a dwarf. How tall is Raven Simone? Because she looks like she's like 4'10".
there's a difference between live in front of the audience and what's happening at home. And it took me a while to kind of learn that conversation. So to slowly just kind of talk about it, do you feel like you're at home when you're in front of a camera and you feel like that, or have you?
Totally.
Okay.
I mean, that was the whole thing, right? I mean, when I started doing...
How much of this is just like asking her about her vibes and feels? Because I'm 6 minutes into this and this is just a real wet napkin, dude.
YouTube. It was like kind of when YouTube started.
Yeah.
So the whole appeal of it, I feel like back then, was that these people who were getting famous online, they weren't celebrities. They were real people. We were in our home. Like that was
She should have
the
dressed
appeal
as
of it, is that we
Miranda.
were your friend, someone who's just, I'm talking to you from my living room, from my kitchen, talking about my day. So yeah, definitely it's really hard to separate the two between like what's
100% mutual glazing. Do you think that Trump and Bill Clinton did mutual glazing, or is it like a one-way street for that kind of glazing?
private home life and then what's part of the public persona. To me, it was always one and the same. So, and that was, that was a hard thing for me to figure out the lines and boundaries of that, because I thought that was the whole appeal of like back then, when I started doing YouTube, is that I wasn't a celebrity. The people who rose to fame in the beginning, they're just like us. They're, that's how.
Is that what made you want to start YouTube?
No.
What made you?
It was brand new. When I found it was like brand new. I, saw that people.
Go to the transcript and look up the word allegations. Yeah. I think seeing some of this is kind of good though, because I do get like a sense of like the vibe.
The vibe. I'm just saying, Colleen might be in trouble, but for 38, she looks like she's 42.
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
Like she didn't, you know, Miranda didn't care what anyone said.
When Miranda came to be, it really wasn't like that was for an adult audience.
Yes. Yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you fucking insane? What do you mean Miranda Sings was for an adult audience? Chad, are we familiar with what Miranda Sings is? Hold on. That's a first of all, the fact that the interviewer said that is the most insane shit ever. One. Two. What? Hold on. Here, let's go watch some Miranda Sings content from a long time ago, okay? Here, let's go watch some old Miranda Sings. Insane. Here, we'll start from oldest. So we're about 15 years ago. A lot of this is like, there's a lot of like, music in this stuff, so I can't play it, which is a fucking problem. Dude, 13 years ago. Here we go. How babies are born. We'll start with that. And then that's one we'll take. Princess makeup tutorial. There we go. Let's see. Oh my god, there's a Harlem Shake in here. God damn. Yeah, even when we get to the recent stuff, right? But I think it's because they're talking about the beginning of her career. I think it'll be good for us to get a little bit of, you know, just some vibe, right? Miranda Sings was for adults, but we had a group chat full of children for some reason. Diesel, are you really going to torture us? Yes, I am.
Miranda sings
Hey guys, it's me, Miranda. Welcome to Miranda's Vlog.
Guys, you got to realize that this was 12 years ago. It was kind of the style at the time.
Today's vlog topic.
Actually, this is actually kind of... I feel like this is... Did videos all... They didn't look like this in 2012.
Comes to us from Enter President again. He said, I'm Miranda Sings. Vlog about how babies are born. So, great vlog topic, thank you. Especially since it's Christmas time. So, it's a great one. Okay, so...
Diesel, would you smash? Not in a 1 more billion years.
This is a really hard topic to talk about because it's very confusing. It can be. What happens is a woman gets pregnant and a baby grows in her belly. And then she
had nearly 1 million views, chat. I'm fucking crashing out. Holy shit.
has to get it out, otherwise she could die. I'm not even kidding. So how you get a baby out of your tummy, how you get it to be born, is you push it out of your tukey. So what you have to do is Lamont, which I have taught before. If you click the button, you can see me teach you how to give birth.
Dude, she was mentioning an annotation there. We don't even have that on YouTube, dude.
But pretty much what you have...
You know she is the Diesel's type. Stop asking. True chatters, no. True chatters, no.
Have here is you listen like this. And it comes out like this, like you're peeing a little bit. Slides out.
This is not good. I'm sorry, chat. First of all, I'm a 27-year-old man. I'm clearly not the demographic for this. Let's say that this was targeted at a woman audience. Women in the chat, as a grown woman, would you watch this content in the slightest? Do you find it relatable at all?
You just think, oh, gotta get this out of me. And you push it like you have to go poo, but out of your tukey. And then the baby comes. Then you let them clean it because you don't want to touch it and get germs.
and then you
Miranda Sings is basically just like a severely autistic person, right? Like this, I feel like she's doing like a minstrel show of somebody like on the spectrum. Yes. What a chat. You're actually
This
on the
is
same wavelength.
autism
We're literally thinking the same thing. This is literally autism minstrel. Yes.
have babies, so that's how you do it. So that's why when you spread your legs like this, it can get smells, because that means you're ready for having babies. So that means that you're good. It means you're fertile. So that's what my mom always says.
So if you smell a certain way, that means you're fertile. Like that Twitter account about the doctor who smells stuff.
If it smells too fertile, that's what they say.
That's true, actually. No, what's that tweet where it's like, that lady's like, there's like an account where she's like, I can smell when men have recently jerked off, and it's like, you know, and all women can do that. And one of the guys that responds is like, this bitch think it's normal to smell when we've come. Or something about like her quirk is cum smell or something.
So that's how babies are born. Now on to fan a hate mail of the day. At Let Malayyo.
Do we think that this is a grown adult tweeting on this account? Because I don't.
I love you and I'm a Miranda Perv. If you see this, know that I love you and your voice. So you're so famous. Yay! So thank you so much. I agree.
Read the comments, Diesel. How are babies born? Great topic as Christmas is coming up. That makes so much sense. Well, she has to get it out of her or she will die. That escalated quickly, XD. This needs to be 21 and over. You didn't warn me, Miranda. God. Yeah. So here's some of the recent videos, right? So this is from 2 years ago. Caught an intruder in my house. Shocking interview with Jojo Siwa. Jojo Siwa. All of Euphoria in 5 minutes. Oh, this one was really fucking weird, dude. She like turned her pregnancy into like a marketing thing, or like it was like a video. This one was really weird. I watched this one 2 years ago, chat. Addressing my pregnancy rumors. Guys, these thumbnails are clearly aimed at children. I don't know of another way to make some of these things, right? Let's watch the last video she ever posted before being Giga canceled.
Miranda Mondays. It's the day where
Stop deleting comments. Anyone justifying her words and actions at this point is delusional. Talking sexually with children is something that cannot be taken out of context. End of discussion. Anyone defending that is just as wrong as her original actions.
Miranda Mondays. Hey guys, it's me Miranda. Welcome to Miranda Mondays.
So you know how like film is like a visual medium? I feel like having a Dutch angle in this just really is sending the exact wrong message.
A show where I talk to you for an extended period of time into a microphone. And I hope you have been enjoying it. I've been having lots of fun doing it. So, and
dude, she was doing this up until 2023, dude. Holy shit.
Also not lots of fun. So sometimes I'm having fun, but lots of times I'm actually kind of annoyed. Today I'm coming at you with a mood that is a little sour. And not in an Olivia Rodrigo kind of way, but in the human kind of way. And when I say I'm sour, I don't mean like Olivia Rodrigo, like in a cute, quirky way. I mean like I'm literally ticked off. I don't mean sour like in a Sour Patch Kids.
There's a child that joins this.
I mean in like a...
I'm curious to see what happens.
I think this must be him. What? Hold on a second. Let me click on this. Who the heck is that?
Damn, this lady was completely and utterly untalented and making more money than I will ever see in my entire life. I'm starting to get what this Marks guy was talking about, dude. I think streaming is radicalizing me, chat. I think I need to, like, work in a coal mine or something.
He was definitely not on my show. I don't remember him being on my Netflix show for 1 millisecond. He does not look like he would be allowed near me, to be honest. Anyways, okay. So next question is, what the heck?
Why did she become popular? Guys, the best time to be a YouTuber was 2010, okay? The second best time is definitely not now, probably about 5 years ago.
You guys, there's a freaking kid outside. I'm not kidding. What the heck is that kid doing here? It's a freaking stalker at my house. I'm not kidding. Right out the window. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh yeah, there's an ass in the background, Chad. Do you see the ass? It's to the left of her shoulder, of her right shoulder, but our left.
I gotta get this freaking kid out here. Hold on a second.
Yeah, dude, it being shot like a psychological horror is doing her no favors.
Hi.
Well, this is just straight up a child.
Can you even see me down here?
Oh my gosh, he's so demanding. All right, so this kid was just like literally outside my house, and I was like, okay, fine.
Who the fuck is this child? Whose child is this? Is that her child? That can't be her child.
Coming, and now he's here. What's your name even?
Parker.
Okay, Parker.
Okay, who the fuck is Parker? This is her nephew. Oh, okay.
And how old are you?
Damn, she really is the aunt.
I'm 10.
Ew. Okay, so
10 is double digits. I turned 10 on Monday.
You turned 10 on Monday, so you're not 10 yet?
No, I am. I turned.
You just said I turned 10 on Monday.
No,
so are
I
you a
did.
liar or what?
No,
Because
you're a liar.
I'm not the one lying over here. You're
Damn, that kid knew. What did he know?
the one who literally lied. You're like, oh, I'm 10. Oh, I turned 10 on Monday. I'm not 10 yet. And then you're like, no, I am.
It's her nephew. Colleen's family all run family vlog channels. Okay, well, you know, I am diametrically opposed to such creations of villainous pursuit. Okay.
I'm 10. I turned on this already on a Monday. So what's the truth? Because now this is funny to you.
No wonder that kid is so comfortable in front of a camera. Damn.
It's funny to you to confuse people.
I wonder what this kid will be like when he becomes an adult. I don't know. Probably also a psychopath, I guess. Right? You know, it's a vicious cycle, man. You know.
It's funny to you to lie. Literally, this is what I have to deal with today. I'm supposed to be dealing with celebrities, and I'm dealing with this hyena. There's a freaking hair on my mic. I bet you I know who put that there.
Guys, these videos are for adults. What are you talking about? These videos are for adults. Don't adults love listening to fucking 10-year-olds?
It wasn't me. But there's a hair on my microphone. I bet I know what you were thinking. I bet you're like, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll put a hair on her microphone, and then when she inhales, she'll suck it up and down her esophagus, and she'll choke on it. And then I can take over the
Dude, I think that I'm glad that Miranda Sings is gone. I don't think I don't think a lot of content that's produced on YouTube is healthy for children. I think if you're an adult, that you should look for alternative ways to entertain your child than YouTube in every single aspect. I think it is starting a bad habit, which is bad for the development, okay? But these are not videos for adults, okay?
I mean, I certainly never thought I'm making a kid show or a kid character or something to entertain.
What do you think? I'm sure it'll be a sticking point of their development, right? Like, there's no way that you go to middle school or high school being the child of Colleen Ballinger and some kid doesn't take advantage of that to bully you. I'm sure it's going to be very difficult. You know, I'm sure they're going to have all their needs fulfilled and they will never go hungry. But I'm certain that other kids will take advantage of that because that's how kids are.
Children.
The lot in life you get is never going to be easy, okay? It's whatever problems that you have that develop you into the person you'll become. I don't wish that on any of them because those kids are innocent. but that is just the reality of what's going to happen, is that they will probably be bullied for that, because I've seen it happen.
Like, that was never the goal ever, actually, in my career. And even
we
when I
should
did
transvestigate Colleen. That is actually fucking crazy.
my Netflix show, that was a discussion that we had constantly, because they were like, they were noticing, because they came to a couple of my live shows, the people involved, and they're like, oh, there's a lot of teens here. So let's put this on the kids app. And I was like, whoa, this is not a kids show. Like, I do not want this on the kids app. That would be inappropriate.
I feel a bit skeptical of her saying such a thing. I'd say that she definitely targets the probably like 10 to 15 demographic, right? We're not talking like elementary school. This is like somebody targeting the middle school child audience.
100% not for children. And it was like but they really wanted it there because they saw a younger audience.
Mm-hmm. They probably did a lot of market assessment, and they were able to find probably a lot of statistics that aligned Colleen's brand with kids, right? You got to think about these executives. They don't go into these things just kind of off of vibes. They have done the research. They have checked the numbers. They have analyzed and tested tons of things in order so that way when they go to sit down and hash out the budget of this and make it happen, that they know all the possible variables and can maximize their potential for return.
And they were like, we want the younger audience to be able to see this. And I was like, that's fine, but like they need their parents' approval because this is not a kid show and this isn't a kid character. So I never set out for it to be for kids or, it was.
So then when you make something, and this is something that like I think every creative thinks about when you make something, right? When I make something, I have particular people in mind who I make it for. If you make something in private and you share it only with yourself, then you make it for you. But the second that you go, I want to make something and I want other people to see it. And I think a lot of artists, I'm being very general here. I'm talking about YouTube videos. All right. Everybody get off your fucking high horse. I know I make YouTube videos. When you make something, for me at least, and I think for a lot of people, there's this inherent want to share what you've made with others. But when you make things and when you do it intentionally, you make things not only with yourself in mind, but other people as well. So you have to think like, who am I making this for, right? I have a very particular group or person that I'm making my videos for when I make them in every single aspect of everything I do. There's no way that somebody who is a seasoned theater professional like Colleen Ballinger does not think about what her content is aimed towards and what it is trying to say, right? Because regardless of how ridiculous or shallow or strange or weird it is, you make it with an intent. So she knew who it was being targeted for. It is just not how people create things.
Like I said in the beginning, my comedy was pretty crass. And you can go back and look at like my old original content, my first videos I ever uploaded. Like my humor was that of like a, mid-20s girl who was in theater and, with all my...
But wait a minute, Diesel. According to that one woman who defended Trump, I forgot her name, there's a difference between a 15-year-old and a 5-year-old. Once we get to the Bebo and pedo delineations, we've lost.
Gay friends we were being like silly and ridiculous and crude, but the people who watch me, they
I think there is different levels of crassness that apply to different groups of people. I think there's something to be said about the fact that I know Family Guy was made for adults, but I was 15 watching that shit, right? I think like the level of crassness, while aimed for adults, the humor aligns a lot more with like younger teens or like maybe people in their early 20s, but like, I don't know, I've kind of come around on Family Guy as like a grown man, but like, there was definitely a time where I was like, what the fuck is this?
Liked that style of comedy and that style.
But like the crassness of what she is performing exists in a way that it's very clearly not for adults.
Of humor.
You said that Miranda sings. You had a good 20-year.
That's like if Raven Simone over here was saying that she made That So Raven for adults. Like it's not accurate at all. Has been Hotel Syndrome. Well, I don't think most adult animated comedy is aimed at a particularly old audience. It definitely isn't supposed to be watched by 15-year-olds, right? But I think it's a lot more common to get an audience in your early 20s audience, or like 18 to 25 audience, if you're like making a sausage party, right? You're not gonna get like people who are older interested in that. I think it's aimed at like a stoner audience, this younger audience. It's just like where the chips fall for animated comedy.
20-year run with that. You got a Netflix show, girl? I ain't even had a Netflix show. Goddamn.
Motherfucker, you were syndicated on Disney Channel, motherfucker. Cable. They played you next to a fushigi ball for $29.99.
I'm sorry. You had thank you.
Producers at Netflix, let's not bring back Raven Simone.
Yep. I can do
I know that you're rubbing your hands together, waiting to clap back on that millennial nostalgia, but let's stop.
anything.
She was in Wreck-It Ralph.
20-year run. You explained that you hustled to make that character what it was. And then the world imploded.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the world imploded. Okay, so let's look at a Miranda Sings live, okay? Let's look at a live show. Since we're doing this, right? Let's see, 2019. Wow, there's full shows. Oh, sexual and gross shows at live. Dude, somebody made a compilation.
Little boy. So there's a tiny little penis in
there. Dude, I'm sure all the compilations of words on this are really funny.
Is that weird?
Dude.
Kids here. You think this is just some dumb YouTuber show? Don't worry, it is. But also, I try very hard to make my show enjoyable for everybody. You know, there are jokes for the kids that the kids can laugh at tonight, but I also...
Oh no, I've gotta...
I don't know what's worse. You remembering the Fushigi Bowl price, or me knowing that you got it right?
A lot of jokes in my show that are a little bit more mature, a little bit inappropriate, that will go over the kids' heads. No offense to you kids, but you guys are dumb. So they'll go over your heads. And then the parents will have something to enjoy tonight too. So don't worry, you'll have fun tonight. But I do get a lot of hate from parents, especially moms.
Dude, you know the Zoomer making this video was fucking seething, dude.
Most frequent things that moms say to me when they meet me is, I don't know why my kid likes you.
Dude, my recommended on Diesel IRL is so fucked, dude. What the fuck is transsexual despite severe disability? What is that? And it's AI dubbed, by the way.
So I did write when I went through puberty, and this is what I said. Personal note, my boobs are popping out and they are killing me. And I drew a picture just in case my diary needed to know what that looks like. Ow.
Me regarding my IBS.
Okay, so as I went through puberty, I had a rough time. Puberty was very hard for me. And so here's one of my favorite pages during puberty. Hate.
Do people really have their diaries from when they were like 14/serious? Okay, because I most certainly do not.
and so on and so forth, times a million. This is my feelings towards life. Lava lamps are really cool. Colleen Ballinger.
Wow, that was actually a really... I've definitely seen worse. I refuse to believe she kept that shit. She's a prop comedian. Yeah, part of me was thinking, like, what if she made that recently?
You got canceled. And
Guys, she got canceled.
then you have
Look up the Cheetos video. Tasting Asian... Is it the one that says tasting Asian snacks? I'm tempted to click on tasting Asian snacks. Cheetos live show. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Here, let's try it out. Let's try it out. Cheese balls. Well, unless some of you, somebody's gonna go find it. I can't fucking find it. Unless it's this one at the top. Hold on.
All right, give them a round of applause. They did a great job. Phone. I'm so excited. Here you go. James, you know how to.
Uh-oh.
I know how to.
This is the same James that's part of the family vlog channels.
Lady James. I have a question for you, James. Now, since you are my summer bae, I was curious, would you like to go on a date with me right now on stage?
I would absolutely love to.
Unless this is just some random child she pulled up here. What the fuck am I watching?
Love you, like...
James! I love you too. I've never had anyone so enthusiastic. Come on. Oh, I'm still wearing my horse. How embarrassing. Just let me slip this on.
I have loved this woman forever.
This is rough. This is rough.
I did everything I could to get to this show.
Yikes. Why is he British? Yeah, Pi, that's the question we should all be asking. Why is there a little Irish boy up here?
James, you're melting all my heart.
Literally everything I did. I did everything to get here. Literally, I did. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm gonna teach you how, so stay right there, James, okay? I'll come right back.
Are you gonna, like, bring some snacks over or something? Did you, like, pack them in a lunchbox or something? Just wondering.
Dude, there's little Mary Poppins up there.
I am gonna bring some.
Guys, they reinvented Carrot Top, but yeah, the kid's deadpan voice is funnier.
Snacks over, James. I brought some cheese balls all the way from America.
James, I literally I've never had cheese balls before.
Never in your life?
No, because I
This poor child, get this fucking kid off of here. I can't fucking take it, Chad. I can't fucking take it. This is like actually the cringiest shit I've seen in a long time. I actually am trying to avoid this.
But it's just that I like Pringles more.
Okay, so this is just some random child.
And layers.
And legs?
Layers.
Lays, okay. Great story. So, We've got some cheese balls here, and we have to hide them from the bears, okay, James?
I don't like the sound of bears.
I don't either.
Even though I've never seen one.
Same.
What are we doing? What are we doing, dude? What are we doing? By the gods. By the emperor, dude. Holy shit. What are we fucking doing?
Stage right now.
Take this microphone away from this small child this instant.
Really are on the stage.
This is like wasting fucking hours of my life if I went to see something like this in real life. Dude, the bird filming this is crazy.
You really are on
Is this the sus moment? What is something weird happens? Oh, okay. I know what's about to happen. Never mind.
I feel like I don't even need to keep going. But oh, got a tinkle again.
Bye.
Dude, this kid's giving her the layup, dude. What the fuck?
Bye. See you later. All right, so to hide our snack from the bears, we have to hide it in our clothes. So, for example,
she puts it in her pants.
There we go.
That was a bit like the.
That's rough.
Best place to hide it because there's no way.
It's the best place to hide it.
You can fit that in your pocket, literally.
True, literally.
This kid is so true. You could not fit that many cheese balls in your pocket.
There's only one thing I have fit in my pocket right now, and that's lipstick, just in case.
Just in case.
Guys, I'm really worried that this kid is. Get this kid off of here. What is he doing? Get him out of here.
James, you are killing it tonight. James is on fire. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I've hidden the snack in the perfect place, literally. And so now, watch this. We're on the date, James. It's really romantic. Oh, we're getting close and personal. Oh, but I'm so hungry, James. Hold on, I gotta.
No! Oh my gods! Holy shit! Oh! Oh no! This is James's 9/11.
Was this in your self-help book?
Was this in my self-help book?
Was it? Because I brought self-help with me and I was just wondering.
Well, shouldn't you know if you've read it? I'm just kidding, James. I'm just kidding. I love you. I'm just kidding. So, do you want a cheese ball?
No!
Love them. I can't believe.
We are so fucking fucked, dude. I can't believe this. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god, this is the worst shit I've ever seen. Holy fuck, this is bad. You can't even walk away from this, dude. In what world did this look okay to you? Are you now just seeing this for the first time? Yes, yes. I might have seen it 2 years ago, but I definitely don't remember.
If I'm reaching in there right now.
This poor kid. No, no. This is a nightmare scenario. This is such a nightmare scenario. I don't know where I want to have more of a problem. Miranda, the parents, the fucking staff, the everybody. The room is filled with adults, dude. The room is filled with adults. All right? There needs to be children accompanied by adults in that room, so there must be adults in the room, okay? There's just it is so beyond inappropriate. It's just inappropriate. It's inappropriate, dude. It's inappropriate. How? What kind of does Colleen Ballinger have like fucking blackmail on Raven Simone, dude? What is happening? I'm floored. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, and this is supposed to be them on a date. I'm actually fucking floored, like unironically. I can't believe it, dude. I can't believe I'm sitting here watching two other grown women weep for her.
Had all these accusations, and
it ain't even accusations. Fucking line her up.
A lot of voices come.
Line her up, Raven Simone. Get next to her.
Through the screen that had been rooting for you for so long. You had the rug pulled out from underneath you.
The rug pulled out? We should be wrapping her up in the rug and throwing her off a cliff.
We will get into those and kind of talk.
I'm furious. Holy shit.
A little bit about some of the comments people have made and how certain.
Some of the comments people have made. Yeah, I think they need do a little more than just comment on it.
Situations have made watchers and viewers feel. But I first want to ask you, when you first got that ting about, oh no, something
feels like the interview that one guy gave to Dan Schneider after All Quiet on Set
is going astray. What happened personally, internally to you?
You know, it was kind of a slow build. And I feel like I felt it brewing for a little bit first, you know. It was a very jarring experience. And first, I think I should say, you know, when my audience kind of grew and it went from this older audience to
the older audience. Really? You sure about that? What do you get so easily on camera and lie? You know, bitch, you're not acting. You're actually just being yourself in this interview.
You know, it spread, and there was now a lot more teens watching me.
Look, man, if she did blackface 16 years ago, I would have been like, that's bad. But then I would have been like, I guess she served her time. But this is not that, dude. This is not that.
I didn't adjust my comedy very much.
Oh, you didn't adjust your comedy to the times? Oh, you got canceled because the woke? Is that what I'm about to hear? Holy shit, lady. Fucking cry me a river. Cry me a river. How about you just go hang out with the rest of the comedians that have been canceled because of the woke? Okay? Fuck you.
Because I was like, well, they found me doing this, so this is what they like, and this is what I like, so I'm going to keep doing the comedy they like. And I did adjust it a little bit over time. But one thing that I didn't do, and I should have been much more careful about, is I didn't adjust my interactions with my fans.
Really? Motherfucker, you were doing that shit for free on your off time, okay?
And that's something I regret a lot because, like I said earlier, the difference between me and
I wonder if she would have gone to Orindia Comedy Festival if given the opportunity. Probably.
Mainstream celebrity, at least in the beginning, was that I was attainable and look, she'll talk to us. She'll interact with us. And she's talking to us from her living room. She'll talk about anything. And she's so open and she'll talk one-on-one with us. She meets us in person at her shows and whatnot. And we know her, you know, and I didn't think about.
I know people say that there's fucking lizards running the government and they're like mentally ill, but there must truly be some scaled, venomous human beings out there that seek to do nothing but take advantage and misuse the public platform of which they have been given. And I do believe that Colleen Ballinger is one such venomous snake that exists in reality. There is no universe where she exists in the same realm as a human from planet Earth. Okay? This is a fucking demon lizard person from Agartha. There is no way this woman is fucking serious.
When I was interacting with my fans, I didn't think about a power dynamic that could have been there. I didn't think about a parasocial relationship.
It's not even about the power dynamic, motherfucker. You were fucking 30 and they were 10.
And I should have been more responsible in thinking about that, but I didn't even think of myself that way. I was like, yeah, we are friends.
I'm so mad I'm spitting on myself.
It's like, I think I felt the same way. And so for me, I was like, well, I'm just talking to my friends. I talk to all of them like they're my friends, my sisters, all the fans. And I definitely should have been more careful with the way I was joking with them and the things I was saying to them.
Do you feel like not having a team earlier in your career?
Can we do a Sora 2 AI video of Colleen flying into Agartha? Hey, you know what? Finally, a use for AI.
Hindered you from making better decisions?
I definitely wish I had someone to give me advice. I was with that group of like the first YouTubers that kind of like rose to any sort of stardom or fame, in the beginning. So it's not like there were people before me doing this that I could look to and ask questions about. These
are not even things that need to be asked. These are not question askable situations, right? Like there is something to be said, right? You would have the wherewithal to get on the internet and not just like tell people your personal business, right? Like you just don't do that, right? It's not like you're running a blog. You've broached a point where you were actually a celebrity, and with that celebrity status, you were acting as if it is you with 10 subscribers. Does your mentality not change in the slightest between when you have no money and when you have a Lamborghini? Because I think if I had a Lamborghini, my mentality on the world would change significantly.
New thing.
Yeah.
And
what is that painting in the background? It's Raven and Mayday in the background.
And so,
my
and I'm
Discord ping.
not
There we
saying
go.
that as an excuse. There's plenty of other people who rose to fame who didn't interact with their fans, and but it was something that I felt was an appeal to why people were watching me at all. And
At 2019 live show, a former fan was called on stage to participate in a yoga challenge, where Colleen Ballinger, as Miranda sings, lifted her legs above her head and spread them wide. Let's see what the Rolling Stone has in here. Rolling Stone be like, you must pay money to please view this. Yeah, somebody sent me the yoga video, but it was like a TikTok where a guy is like reacting to it, so we'll see.
Colleen traumatized.
Hi, okay, my name is Becky. I'm the girl in this video.
Oh
and
my
this video
God.
has over 1 million views, and that is a lot of people to be seeing this story without hearing it from me, so I want to explain this. So I was a fan of Colleen and all the Ballinger family for a very, very long time, and I think in this video I was about 16. If you've never been to a Miranda show, Colleen frequently has segments where she calls people up on stage. One of those segments was the porn bit, which I'm not really going to be explaining in this video, but that's why I was kind of trying to dress skimpy so that I would be called up on stage and basically get degraded by Miranda. But I did not get called up for that. I got called up for the yoga challenge. Now, as soon as I stood up from the audience, I saw Colleen's eyes widen because she realized I was not wearing pants. But for some reason, that didn't stop her from continuing. In fact, no adult at any point stepped in this situation. So we get to the point in the yoga challenge where I am laying down and Colleen is spreading my legs basically as far as she can. She spreads them so far that you can see the spandex I was wearing under my romper, which thank God I was wearing. Now, the original video posted by Xandar, I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong.
If I got $1 million tomorrow, y'all ain't hearing from me again. Just being honest.
Yeah. I mean, motherfucker, I'll be vanishing. I'd go do something like work in defense and like blow people up or something. I don't know.
But there is a whole video of this. But that screenshot is the most important because that is the moment I will never forget, where I was laying under Colleen and she was smirking down at me while thousands of people were laughing, and I was terrified that my body wasn't covered up enough by the spandex or the romper. I basically felt naked, so it felt incredibly sexually violating. I was younger and my body was still developing and I was still becoming comfortable with myself, so for her to use my body as entertainment on stage really set my confidence back quite a lot. And not to mention, after all this, after the show, I had to walk back to my car where there was many men staring at me in a very predatory way that they were not looking at me before because of how exposed I had been on stage.
Explode.
So I literally did not feel safe leaving the venue. And I'm not saying this was sexual assault, although people are debating that in that comment section, but as someone who has been sexually assaulted, this situation gave me that same feeling where it feels like you need to purge and like clean out your insides, you know, just that nasty, gross feeling. There's a couple comments on Xandar's video being like, oh, she signed up for that, why is this such a big deal, blah blah blah. Colleen exploited my minor body for entertainment and money and did not protect my safety at this show. As an outsider looking into this situation, it may seem like this wasn't a big deal, but this was really pretty scary for my teenage self, and especially as someone who loved and looked up to Colleen. And I could never say anything because everybody loved her. But this is who she really is. She uses kids for her own gain. I was a minor, and again, she did not protect me. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about taking your kids to a Miranda show, I would advise you to think twice because you may come back with years of trauma, and I don't wish that on anyone.
Well, that was really sad to watch. Yeah.
I felt such pressure to like make sure I made my fans happy because I wanted to do anything that they wanted, and I wanted to write back to every letter and respond to every message, and whatever they asked for I wanted to give them and do because they were the
She was 16, so she could have just driven to the show on her own. That's just the problem with it, right? It's like she went without her parents. She drove.
reason I had the career that I have. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't have the life that I have and the amazing career
And yeah, she does like jokingly mock about that in the ukulele song
that I had. And
it sounds like everything you were doing online was from a place of trying to please your fans and connect with your fans.
Okay, here's something I actually like really hate in interviews, right? So what she's doing there is she's like filling in emotional gaps in what Colleen is saying to humanize her and like add more. All you need to do as an interviewer is ask questions and then follow up on those questions. You're welcome to make conversation with those things as well, but the things that you are saying are like, those are doing that, like you're like that is actually what sweeping is, right? Colleen didn't have a good answer, so you're filling in and adding things that make the answer sound better.
Line was from a place of trying to please your fans.
See, it's like, oh, Colleen, you weren't trying to abuse your position of power. You were trying to please your fans. And it's placing all of this undue responsibility on the fans when it really isn't their responsibility to manage Colleen.
And connect with your fans and
not lose them.
Yeah, I really,
that's pressure.
But even with all of that, I wish first that there was someone there to help guide me and say like, hey, this could look bad taken out of context. This could look like, this could make someone uncomfortable, or, you know, I wish there was someone.
Do you not have empathy? Is that it? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This scenario could make feel somewhat uncomfortable. Could you not discern that on your own? Like, what?
There to kind of help guide me, but at the same time, I'm also disappointed in myself that I didn't know better because other people did.
She should hit a mind dumps for tips. Yeah, Jesus.
So why didn't I? You know, so that's something that I've had to work through is like, why didn't I think more about this? Why didn't I think more about, you know, a parasocial relationship? But
do you have answers to those questions?
You know, I think it all boils down to me just really wanting to make them the people pleasing tendency of like, I want to do this because this will make they're begging me
you wanted them to love you.
I wanted them to love me. I wanted them to.
What the fuck? What kind of fucking leading bullshit is that? Shut the fuck up, Raven Simone.
To like my content. I wanted them to be happy with what
the fuck did you do, Raven Simone? Who did you accidentally drunkenly run over that you need to perform this service? Okay? Which Hollywood, California ghoul did you disrupt that you have to perform such ridiculous behaviors?
I was putting out there, because like I said, everything that I had was because they supported me. And so, you know,
Wasn't Raven in the Cosby Show? The Machiavellian hand of Bill Cosby waves heavy on Raven Simone.
I was trying to do, but it would have been so much better for me to think about their well-being and if this would affect anyone in a negative way. Like, that's what I wish I had done.
When did you realize that people were starting to be negatively impacted?
Is she holding a gump? Is Mayday holding a gump?
And there's multiple moments, because it was, like I said, it was a slow build, but like it was, I'd see people who had been fans for a long time would come to every show, were commenting on everything that I, you know, at this point I'd recognize because I would talk to them and I knew them, and to see them slowly drop off one at a time was like, oh, they're like,
A gump. Some of you don't know what a gump is, and it shows.
Upset. That was painful and really sad.
Look at her she's squeezing a gump, dude. That's a gump.
And I wish I had listened more when all of it happened. I was so caught up in the things that weren't true that were being said about me that I feel like I wasn't listening to the things that were true and the things that I did make mistakes doing and take responsibility for those things. Instead, I was like, well, they're saying all these other things about me that are lies, and that's not true. And I was angry about those things, and I wish that I had just...
You were saying literally you basically were just saying in your Toxic Gossip Train how everything wasn't true and how you were only trying to be a quirked up fucking auntie.
Paused and listened for a second.
There's a lot of things that were said about you. There's been allegations of grooming. Behavior, or how do you what do you think they're talking about?
That one is that's the one that got me the hardest. When that allegation came up, that's when I was out. I was done, because that was devastating and shocking. It was very shocking because
you put the song on streaming, brother. Put it on fucking Spotify.
As I know that my intention and my actions have never been...
Guys, you gotta understand, I didn't groom them. It was an accident. I wasn't thinking of grooming the entire time. I don't want to say that is literally what Yandere Dev said, but that is exactly what that fucking slimy little fucking pedophile said, okay?
And fueled with the desire to manipulate or groom anybody ever. That has never been something I have done or will ever do. And it's a very serious accusation.
Very serious.
So when those kind of words started being thrown around, that's when I kind of was, I kind of shut down. And
so you shut down and then whipped out the ukulele and started jamming up a tune for you to address the haters.
Really was devastating to hear. And, you know, you asked, what does that mean to other people? That's why this was a hard thing for me to know how to navigate, because it wasn't about what did she do or what didn't she do. It was more about what was her intention behind some of these actions, I think. And
what was her intention beside? It does not matter your intention in this equation. You are inventing a person, okay? The intentionality of your actions does not matter, especially in this particular case, okay? What matters is whether or not the event happened or didn't, okay? The event happened. Ergo, it does not matter what your intentions are, because by the common knowledge of society, doing the action itself is the problem, not whether or not you intended to snatch the children up in the night and fucking keep them in your fuck dungeon, okay?
My intention was being decided for me by people talking about it. My intention wasn't to hurt.
This is so fucking insane that neither of those two at the other end of the table clapped on that, because intention has no bearing on the situation at all. I would imagine that the questions that they are asking were pre-screened, because that is so insane. Okay? There is no way that you can say that this is a situation regarding intention. It is about whether or not it happened or not.
Or do anything negative ever. Now, that doesn't mean that people weren't hurt.
Right.
And that's the part that I wish I had paid more attention to. But I obviously didn't handle the situation the way that I should have. And it's really embarrassing. I wish that I could handle it a lot differently than I did.
When you say that, are you talking about like the apology
Talking
videos?
about a musical instrument that I should have not picked up. Yes, I mean, I should have listened to what people were saying, and I should have.
I think people want an apology. I think people want for you to acknowledge the things that happened on stage. I hope that you give that to them.
I agree with you.
You know, guys, I know that I didn't apologize in Toxic Gossip Train and was actually trying to say that it was totally okay, that incredibly traumatizing thing I did to that teenager.
I think that they do want an apology, and I am sorry. And
I do think that there was a lot cut out of this conversation based on, like, because Colleen was talking, and then it kind of does seem like they cut something out and Raven gives that question.
The things that happened on stage, I hope that you give that to them.
I agree with you. I think that they do want an apology, and I am sorry. And here's the thing is when you mess up and when you make a mistake and do something wrong, sometimes you got to keep apologizing for it. And that's what I should have done. Like, and people keep saying it's an apology song. I didn't apologize in that thing.
You apologized for, like, being a Quark Chungus, actually.
You did not.
I did not.
You know what?
There
You are
was
correct.
no-
You
Yeah,
did
Serta J. It was like she was about to say, "I'm sorry," and then they cut it out.
not
Sorry in
apologize. You did not. I was actually laughing. Just letting you know. That was some crazy
Yeah.
penmanship.
We also wouldn't, in watching it, I remember one of the things that we talked about was it felt like you were angry.
Yeah,
and,
I was.
and burnt out and just
Fed up.
Yeah, fed up.
I was.
Yeah.
And it's very clear that I was angry.
Dude, she was ready to post through the pain, dude.
And that's why I keep saying I wish that I had just paused for a second and listened
To all the people telling you not to do that.
to my fans, to my supporters.
And process.
Because while there were
Guys, I should have thought about my fans. You are actually redoing and re-saying all of the insane same shit that we've already been through before, right? Like a YouTuber gives a bad YouTuber apology and they go, "I should have been thinking about my fans." If you say that, you've lost.
things being said about me that weren't true. My people who would support me for so many years that I'm up here saying, like, I just wanted them to be happy. I wanted to make them happy. Well, they wanted an explanation. They wanted to understand what was going on. And they deserved that. And I didn't give it to them. Instead, I was angry and sang a song, and which is crazy.
It blew shit up.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was.
I'm aware.
Okay, I'm just letting you know, that was crazy, bro.
Absolutely crazy. And I
Yeah.
think, when the dust did settle, because I like you were saying, I did want to address it, and I
It's giving R. Kelly saying sorry for having a big heart.
was being told. I got a lot of advice from a lot of people, and the majority of the advice was don't say anything. And I'm sure you know from being in the
Honey,
industry
I
for
tell
so
her
long.
all the time, don't say nothing.
Right. Don't address it. Don't say anything. It will just make it worse. Don't address it. Don't say anything. It'll just make it worse. But I'm in a different position than a traditional celebrity because people watch me because I was so open and I talked about everything. I mean, I've talked about everything.
You were a autistic minstrel performer, okay? Like,
thing. Like that I've been through my mental health and my
your mental health. I hope it gets worse.
births and my pregnancies and my journey to
We know. You turned them into a weird inflation video. You turned your pregnancy into an inflation video, which is, I'm sure it helped somebody. Not the way you think.
the fame. Like, I mean, everything I've been through, I've talked about online very openly. And so, my audience, that was one of the reasons they liked watching me. And so then to suddenly be like, not only am I not going to talk about this, I'm going to sing this song about it. And it was such a
Dear mess.
choice.
It was such a choice.
I very much.
Such a choice, bro.
Yes.
Yes.
And
I totally get how Raven Simone was on The View. 100% get that. There's not a genuine bone in that woman's body.
so I think, I was like getting so frustrated because I was just like, let me just address this. Like, please let me just talk. I just want to talk about this. And so finally after I posted the video, it was shortly after I posted it, I was talking to someone on the phone from my team. And I was like, oh, that was a huge mistake. That was really stupid. It was like there was so much, I have to say something. And finally I let it out.
What does regret feel like?
Oh, it's
What does regret feel like? This is the most fucking sweeping interview I've ever seen. Holy shit.
horrible.
I don't want to hear no discussions about what is and isn't sweeping when we got a fucking PhD level dissertation on how to sweep.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Because because you want to fix it. You can't fix it. And that's the worst. Like, I wanted to fix it so bad, and there was no fixing it. There was nothing I could do to fix it. And that was so awful. That was because not only did I not address anything that I wanted to address, not only did I.
Yeah, what does Colleen's boot taste like? That's what I'm thinking. Like, what the fuck is Raven Simone being held at gunpoint off camera by evil Miranda Sings that is very consenting and polite?
Not, dispute the lies that I wanted to dispute. And I just made things worse. It was so bad.
So where do you think your mind went during that time that you were so...
A dark place? Probably a dark place, actually. I think that she went to a dark place.
So
I think she will say something similar to that.
unable, I guess, to have the perspective you have now?
Were you trying to save a character? Were you trying to save yourself? Were you trying to...
Were you just completely
blacked out?
If Raven wasn't a celebrity, she'd run a Dairy Queen like the Navy.
kind of disconnected from it, and you're like, I'm just going to do this because I'm pissed?
I feel like it was a little bit of all of it. I mean, it was really overwhelming to, have these words thrown around and connect.
I think that mean words in this case are very apt.
Connection to me and my name that are really horrible. I mean, that's a horrible thing.
Oh, God forbid. Welcome. Was it your first day here? Dude, we used to have fucking GeoCities pages dedicated to hating fucking Limp Bizkit, dude. Used to be guys get on and do this for free, making an Angel Fire webpage that's a shrine dedicated to their hate of an early 2000s band.
To be and to be accused of when you know that you are not that, especially because, in my opinion, that's one of the worst things a person can be. It probably is.
I can't share that. I mean, I can, but I'll just keep that one to myself.
And so, to be accused of that, knowing that I'm not that.
Are you speaking of grooming?
Grooming. Grooming and in any way harming children.
Yeah.
Is the opposite of something or someone I am or ever would want to be. And so to be connected to those words was...
You talk like these things can hurt you still. It's interesting, actually.
It was devastating. It still is. And and that's something that will.
Dude, I don't even need to look deeply for the information, dude. I don't even need to look deeply to see just some of the ridiculous shit associated with Colleen. Now, of course, the group chats, right? One of you mentioned the divorce group chat with middle schoolers, right? But I don't even need to look that deeply to find stuff that is just completely reprehensible.
You know,
It'll follow you around.
It will.
It will follow you around.
It's like, it's not even like this isn't like some looming specter or shadow over her. It is like it's a suit, you know? It makes up the entirety of her image. It is every single piece. It's the suit jacket, it's the pants, it's the tie. It makes up what Miranda Sings is as a legacy. There's nothing else there.
There were moments in your live shows where there were children brought up on stage and you were...
Dude, she's like...
As Showbiz says, going for the funny in a lot of moments.
As Showbiz says, going for the funny. Where'd you get that one from? Fucking Bill Cosby?
However, looking back at moments, there is another person on the internet who is saying that when she went up on...
Oh, wait, another person? We're gonna really downplay this one, huh?
On stage for your live show.
Remember, we just watched that video chat from the person in question.
She was a part of the yoga challenge section of your show. And it made them feel gross. Later in life, they were SA'd. And when they look back at that moment with you, they feel...
She was sexually assaulted, okay? Throw out all the influencer speak for like 5 seconds, all right? Because we're talking about serious, actual, real shit.
Similar feelings.
You know what? Not enough people hate her. Ask her about Israel-Palestine. You know what? Honestly, I appreciate the idea of throwing oil on a fire.
Can you dive a little bit deeper into what happened at the yoga challenge?
It was a challenge on YouTube for a while for people to try out different yoga poses.
Yes, and the yoga challenge was immediately co-opted by pedophiles who wanted to collect fucking videos of children.
Would do it together because if you're not experienced in yoga, it's difficult to do. And so since I'm a YouTuber on my live shows, sometimes I would do challenges from YouTube. So I did that challenge and I'd have people come up on stage and we would try out different yoga poses that popped up on the screen. And
Colleen, do you think Israel has a right to defend itself? You have 60 seconds.
Obviously we could never do them and I would be, you know, flailing about as Miranda. And there was one pose where there are two people and both legs are spread open, you're holding each other's legs. And I genuinely never thought of it as a sexual or inappropriate thing. To me, the joke was that when the legs were open to do the pose, the fart sound effect came on screen. So it was like, once the legs opened up, there was a fart sound. And
it's like, even if we remove any like possibility of sexual connotation in this information, like the entire concept of this joke relies on the child guest that you've brought up on stage being the butt of physical comedy. Like if you're just not, like, even if we ignore all of the very obviously heinous shit, the joke just becomes making fun of a child. In what world does that even seem okay in the slightest, right? If I like, that's like mocking a child to an audience with a fucking fart sound, right? That's like a class of their peers all thinking they shit their fucking pants. Where is that okay?
To me, that was all I thought that joke was. I never knew that that was something that would make someone feel uncomfortable and trigger emotion.
So if I took a 15-year-old Colleen Ballinger and then I put her on a stage in front of 100 other, let's say 15-year-old girls, and then I said, this person farted, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? How would 15-year-old Colleen Ballinger feel? Probably not good. I don't even know how you don't recognize that, or you don't understand the experience of what it's like to be a teenager or what kind of soft, cushy, well-groomed, maintained upbringing you have, but that is the exact kind of pedantic and very pointless shit of which many a child would bully another child for.
And feelings. I feel terrible about that. Genuinely, when I heard about that, I felt so bad because that is something I'd never.
You literally also didn't feel bad because the first time we went over this, you made a mockery of it in Toxic Gossip Train.
Want to do is trigger anyone, but especially a girl who's been through horrible things in that manner. Like that, it feels so terrible that me doing this silly yoga joke, in my mind, was a silly yoga joke, could be something that could trigger her in such a negative way and affect her in such a negative way. And it's awful. And I'm really proud of anyone who's been able
I'm really proud of the joke. That would have been really funny, actually.
to come forward and express that.
All right. Well, I'm glad that we've addressed that. So let's talk about the group chat where you talk about your divorce. That was really interesting. So let's talk about the time that you mailed somebody your fucking underwear.
Because I want kids and minors and anyone to be.
Yeah, this interview is so vague. The interviewers aren't even including key details. You know what's worse is that I think they know details and they're deliberately avoiding them.
Able to feel like
this is what who's running this fucking bot? Is this part of the Girls Get It Done program?
They can speak up if they're uncomfortable, and they can speak up about things that they feel are not okay. They need to be able to feel that way. Certainly, you know, the things that I've done in my comedy in the past, like there's so many things I look back and go, oh my God, I would never do that. Now I can't believe I did that. And it was for the laugh. You know, you're on stage and it is different than when you're online and you can read comments from people who go, hey, that's not cool. And you can go, oh, crap. When you're on stage and everyone's laughing and enjoying it and then telling you after, that was the best part of the show when you did this, this, and this. And a lot of the comedy that I did with Miranda when my audience shifted.
The fuck is chat inflation? Hit the goal. Maybe you'll find out.
I was like, okay, how do I keep this audience that liked this crass humor and now appeal to this younger audience that now is growing so much? And my solution to that was I will still do these more crass innuendo type jokes and it'll go over the kids' heads and then the parents will have something to laugh at.
They're not even innuendos. Like the joke is like her jokes are like penis, like literally just saying penis and then that's a joke. Like it's not even like comedy, dude. Like the bit is that it's just suggestive. It's not even like an innuendo.
Adults will have some.
Inflate. Thank you. We are now $13.37 to the $1 million for the melon stream.
To laugh at that are in the audience. And that was my solution to that.
That was you rectifying what was going on stage?
Every time they answer for her and add in those things like that, the more insanely culpable these women are, okay? I don't know what the fuck Raven Simone has in her closet, but it must be generational levels of insanely incriminating material. What were you fucking like taking fucking like bodies out back for Bill Cosby? Like what the fuck? What are you fucking Dan Schneider's like #1 dude? What is going on?
Age?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I thought, you know, well, everyone knows that I'm a safe person and I don't mean anything negative by this. You know, I was like, well, everyone knows this is in jest, you know, and so it's fine for me to do this because the crass jokes will go over the kids' heads and the adults will laugh at it. And that is how it seemed to me. I didn't think more about how that could be.
She was Bill Cosby's Ghislaine Maxwell. That is an insane sentence.
Affecting the younger people in the audience.
Do you feel like you have a different perspective now between, let's say, like bad judgment and harmful behavior?
I definitely do. Yeah, I certainly think that and especially now, you know, now that I'm a mom, obviously every choice I make, I think.
Dude, what did her publicist give her like different things to like hook on to try and like develop empathy with an audience? Like now that I'm a mom,
about how it could affect my children.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Dan Schneider was a different nonce.
And I wish that I went into my interactions with my fans with that same mindset of like, everything I say can affect them, and think about how this can affect these people that you're interacting with.
Did parents ever...
Me, when I insult someone on the internet, I realize that this will affect them. Parentheses, it will be bad.
Confront you after? Did you ever get any kind of interaction with an adult who said,
That
this
was too
didn't feel
much?
good for me and my child?
No, I never did personally. I don't know if someone got that message and I never received it. The only complaint I ever remember receiving in that way, in person from a live show or anything, was at the beginning of my shows, I used to do a ukulele song. Where I would...
Damn ukulele.
I know. Where I would sing...
I don't know. There's something so insanely fucking evil about this like entire table, dude. What the fuck?
the hate comments that I received. And there was...
The fucking hate comments. You are actually a fucking... What the fuck? What are you made of? What are you made of? Are you made up of narcissism? Is there nothing in your heart but a cold black void where a subscriber number is? You fucking monster. I can't even come up with a word for it.
Hate comments. So there was a lot of bad language and the comments were on the screen. And I
My
was...
curiosity has long been killed, yet my satisfaction is being edged.
Okay, to be honest, I didn't even know what the fuck chat inflation meant. I don't know why I picked it.
Sing them, and we did get some...
Here, hold on. Boo. Hold on. I'll inflate one of you. I guess we'll inflate Midge. There we go. Hold on. There we go. And... boom. There you go. You've been inflated. Ooh, I need it again. I need to get that again. I will set that up though. That is a good idea.
Complaints about that. They were like, this is...
That's me.
You're saying...
Nice, the $20 was so worth. Yeah, you know, I'm very easily manipulated. So if you give me $20 more, I'll add somebody else.
Bad words, like in the first 5 minutes of the show, and I have my young kid here, you know, whatever. And so then I changed it. I bleeped the words on the screen and I bleeped the audio of it too, so that you couldn't hear or see it. And we also changed on the website everywhere, like, this is a PG-13 show, like, you know, making sure everyone knew that this was not a kid show, because I got that complaint. And so I don't know if we were getting that complaint and it was stopped before it got to me or not, but I never received a complaint like that. And in fact, I was usually told, oh my gosh, these jokes that were, you know, they didn't get it, but it was so funny when I can't believe it was always the shock. Like, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you did that. And it was always
continually not good.
It was all funny and it was so ridiculous and over the top. And
you know, time is interesting. Time is really interesting because if you go back in time for entertainment.
Oh yeah. I'm sure Miss Bill Cosby rape sweeper is exactly who I want to hear talk about this in a generational context. Dude, this fucking stream is like actually the most fucking completely... This is a neurodivergent stream.
There's been many a comedian, many a entertainer.
Many a comedian? You want to name one? You want to name one? I bet you could name one.
That has done things in their early career.
Oh, real? We're talking about Bill Cosby, aren't we? You are definitely talking about Bill Cosby. All right.
That when they look back on, they wish they didn't, because culture changes.
Okay, yeah. You're talking about Bill Cosby. Fucking take that broom and fucking put it away.
While people were laughing with you and quote unquote at you because of the character, it must feel so like...
You and I are a lot alike, Miranda sings. One could say we're kindred spirits.
Two-faced for you, for all these people who were laughing with you.
Talk about rose-tinted glasses, dude. Holy shit.
And then all of a sudden...
Have them turn against
have
you.
them turn against you.
Yes, it's painful to see people who supported me and laughed with me and all this stuff suddenly turn and change their mind about it.
I don't even think there was the same audiences, dude. One of them could post on Twitter, the other was fucking doing their math homework.
But I don't blame anyone but me for... I completely blame myself, especially because I know that people do make mistakes and people can learn and grow and change. And one of my biggest mistakes was not listening and addressing.
Not growing or learning or changing or doing anything different or taking any lesson from any of this experience at all.
Things and taking responsibility.
And playing the ukulele.
Yeah, I'm playing that damn ukulele.
So I just don't want you to forget that.
I will never,
can't forget
trust
it.
me, I will never forget
Okay, just
that.
make sure.
Yeah, it's the ukulele. The ukulele is really like the ass end of the things that you should never forget. There's like a lot of things, okay? It's like 9/11, all right? 9/11 wasn't just the two towers. It was also like other stuff.
I went to a fair with my husband and kids, and
Yeah, and I hope it was a wonderful time for all of them except for you.
they had these like colorful little kid ukuleles. And I was like, oh, I want to get one for one of our kids.
For your child? Oh, yeah. Start them early. So that way when they have to make an apology video, they can do it the right way.
And my husband was like, no. And I didn't even register to me,
Oh, man.
which is crazy because I always think about it. And I was
Yeah,
like,
because you don't see any fucking problem in anything you did whatsoever.
no, what? He's like, do you have something to put it in? I was like, I'll just carry it. And he goes,
no,
we're in a public place. No. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was like, you cannot hold a ukulele that is hot pink and walk around a fair.
She's gone to a Chappelle Roan concert and acted real embarrassing.
Are you insane? And I was
And
like,
you're like, yes,
I am. And also, thank you, because I was about to do it. I just didn't, I don't know how I didn't think about it because I think about it all the time and how.
Dude, the fucking ukulele speaks to Colleen Ballinger like the fucking mask. Like the Green Goblin mask.
Me, boss.
Well, you know what? A deal's a deal. I guess you're inflated next. This is a great way to farm dodos, is just ruin my stream overlay with a bunch of fucking... Here we go. Boom. Boom. You're not the first one to get inflated, so you're a little smaller. Also, the stream will look like really, really fucking terrible if I just keep doing this.
like, oh my God, I really like that instrument. I can never play it again. It's like, but it was just, anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. I just got distracted.
Now, this is a live show. My apologies for never going and seeing the
It's all
entire
good.
thing.
Yeah, I was too busy sweeping for Mr. Cosby.
No
but
worries.
if you could explain why there is a clip of YouTube of a little boy eating Cheetos.
Eating Cheeto balls out of your fucking crotchery area.
Out of your pants. Could you
We literally just watched this too.
explain that for the audience, please?
Pulling Cheetos. That makes it
There's no explaining this. We watched that, okay? It's not good. There's no...
sound more agreed. Like he's physically eating out of her pants. He wasn't. He was taking one.
Oh, he was taking a... See? That's how things get twisted.
Right. Yeah.
So could
Why are you deflecting in that? Why are you trying to downplay that now? You explained it correctly, and now your fucking little snake fey wife or whatever the fuck she is coming in to help sweep for you. Okay? What the fuck?
you explain it, please?
Well, I mean, what a crazy thing to hear that there's a woman on stage and there's a young person taking food out of her pants and eating it on stage. I mean, that's crazy. A lot of the joke with Miranda was that I would say and do things that were inappropriate or had some sort of sexual innuendo to them or something like that.
The joke with Miranda Sings is that it would be sexual. All right, well, it's nice of you to tell us exactly that, because that's not helping you.
And it went over the character's head. Like, Miranda was not aware that she was saying something that could be taken the wrong way. That was a lot of the jokes that I did as the character. And so in that particular part of the show that I did, it was probably 8 to 10 years ago that
It was 2016, okay? It wasn't like they were doing fucking old-timey fucking blackface shows, all right? On the Teletubes, all right? We had colored TV, all right? We went to go see Marvel movies in the theaters. Call of Duty was a culturally relevant icon.
Used to do that bit. Miranda was teaching the audience how to sneak food into the movie theater.
Miranda wasn't teaching, you were, okay?
And so I stuffed a big bag.
It was not Benny Hill. Dude, she's treating it like they were paying like a fucking quarter to go see this live performance.
Cheese balls in my pants. Now, I was wearing layers of clothing because throughout the show, I put more clothes on over my clothes on stage. When I transitioned from me into Miranda, I, in front of everyone, put on more clothes. So I'm wearing lots of layers of clothing, and then there's the cheese balls in a bag and in my pants. And so initially I would bring up an adult, and I'd start eating the snack as we're, quote unquote, watching this movie. And then I'd say, do you want a snack? And then they would take a cheese ball from the top of the bag and eat it. It was supposed to be like, she doesn't realize how inappropriate this looks. And
she doesn't realize? Okay. So you recognize that the situation is inappropriate. And the joke is that Miranda doesn't realize it's inappropriate. So you proceeded to participate in an inappropriate act that you knew was inappropriate. So you were just explaining that you knew exactly how bad this was and chose to do it anyway.
And then, there's a clip, like you said, of when a younger person came on stage and did that with me. And the audience is laughing and you could see my reaction, like, this is a weird situation that I'm in here. But it got a big laugh, and everyone knew that it was in jest. And this is me trying to, rationalize, that's the word, yes, rationalize the situation. But shortly after, I'd say within a year of doing that joke, I cut it because I was like,
Baba Booey. Screw it, I'm throwing $20 to
I can't believe this is actually how I generate donos, is by doing this stupid shit. I don't even, why does it have A at the front of it? What are you, in some fucking funny country with like fake currency or something? Here, okay, so now we get another one. I'm gonna start running out of space very quickly, actually. I could add it, I could make it an image slideshow. I could make you guys an image slideshow. It would probably be easier to do that, right? I'm like, this is like actively the worst way to do this. These are, they say streamers don't pick favorites, but I think it's a bit different now, actually. Here we go. We'll I gotta like move this down and like, there we go. Easy.
I think this
within a year of doing that joke, you what?
Cut it. I stopped doing it because it was, my fans were, a lot of them were younger at this point. So I was like, I'm not gonna, obviously this joke is not, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
Oh yeah. Post hoc, you could say this. It's not like I can read your fucking mind, right? So it's nice and easy for you, right? Dude, I need to make space on this fucking stream. This is the most like fucking incomprehensible stream possible.
Not working. It's not appropriate. And so obviously I cut that. I regret doing that. I should have never brought kids up on stage, even though the joke was that Miranda doesn't know that this is inappropriate and the audience is like, it doesn't matter. I should
diesel
have been
industrial
like,
complex,
if I'm going to do
so
this
true.
joke, it's in my adult show that I'm doing with adults that are consenting and know that this is the joke, that Miranda doesn't understand that this could look bad.
So you have admitted to sending lingerie to an underage fan. And I know you've talked about this before, but I would like to ask you one more time to address this and kind of what happened.
You
and
do
how you're
actually
feeling
skip
about
the
it now.
curse of being inflated.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Oh no!
is
No,
how I
it
feel about
broke.
it now.
It broke when I moved them, dude. It broke when I moved them into a folder labeled inflation. Hold on. I got this. Damn it! Now there's another one.
What do we do? Argue with you?
Image slideshow.
This isn't mock trial.
Okay. Where the fuck is this? Properties. Where do I get the images from? Oh, okay. I got it. I figured it out. Chat. Hold on. We're actually fucking cooking here. And then we'll put you in here. Hold on. Boom. And then we'll add. Boom. What the fuck? I got it to work. Yes, we're so keto, dude. This is so keto. Holy shit. There we go. Now you guys are all of equivalent size.
I think it was like 10 years ago, something like that. I was doing a live stream, and I always loved giving away gifts to my fans online. So I would send them like a bobby pin of Miranda's or a lipstick of Miranda, an old shirt, you know.
I need to take the chat goal off. It's getting too
donate
cluttered.
to a charity event that I would do every year. But I loved giving out stuff. And so I was doing a live stream. Like,
guys, you got to understand that when she gave out the lingerie, it's just because she likes giving things away.
Did pretty often, and I was opening up a box of clothes that I had bought, and in it was this underwear bra set that I didn't order, and it was we were all laughing about it. So everyone in the chat was laughing
You're
about
so
it.
right,
My
Q.
friend,
Never
and
mind, I've been convinced.
he actually put it on over his clothes and was like, "Look at this," and we were laughing about it. And there are people in the comments saying, "Oh, send that to me, send that one to me," and we were like, "We're not going to do that. That's crazy." But then there was one fan in particular who kept asking us to send it, and I was like, obviously.
And eventually I caved. In what world does any of this sound any better?
You can tell in the live, like, I'm like hesitant about it because there is a little bit of brains in there somewhere that was like, maybe not, because I hesitated. But then I was like, and I didn't send it. I didn't. But then it was just became an inside joke with the fandom, and everyone was like telling me to send it, and he kept asking for it. It was like months of this. And so finally I did, and it was very public and as a joke. And it was like a part of my brain was missing in action of like, hey, this is not a good.
This is where she lies about Adam begging for her underwear, when in reality, they came up with the idea of sending to him.
Good idea. This looks bad. It wasn't.
Oh, true.
A pair of my. Right. Something that I sent to a young fan in a inappropriate way, but it was inappropriate. Like, why would what part of me thought like everyone will know this is a silly joke in the fandom? Like, that was, I wish I'd never done that. That was so inappropriate. And if he was made to feel uncomfortable because of that, like, I feel terrible, and I'm so sorry, because that was not my intention with that. I thought it was like a silly inside joke with the whole fandom. It was all very public, and I thought it was a silly thing, and it was so stupid.
It's also difficult, I think, in that specific situation when you feel like you're being given permission, if you will, because everyone is saying kind of the same thing. Everyone seems in on the joke. Everyone seems to understand
Dude,
it.
these guys are the biggest sweepers ever, dude. This is actually insane, because the evidence to the contrary is so damning that doing this is like beyond like any kind of reasonable assessment of the situation.
Everyone is saying, send it. And then you have this person not dropping it after that, but continuing the conversation weeks after this has happened. I can see where you don't think about
Invest in
potential
Dick Token
negative
today.
consequence
That's crazy. I can't believe Diesel has finally fallen and done a crypto scam. To be honest, you get more from this than a crypto scam when you think about it.
because in that moment it feels pure.
And you're not sending it in a sexual manner.
No. Well,
In what world does this unbecome sexual, dude? I'm not saying that like underwear is inherently sexual, but like the content you make, it's easy to make that connection.
and I appreciate that.
Imagine if Shane Dawson did this, bro. Yeah, he would not be walking these streets.
At the same time, like, it was my responsibility to know.
Yeah.
I shouldn't send this. This could look really bad. And
Is it bad that I got a chili in my eye and was stuck squinting at the screen and thought the interviewers looked like lesbian
listening
cops?
to this while doing my rivals placement matches, and I gotta say, even staring at my character's thick ass does not make this lady listenable. I'd call this white people yapping, but Raven Simone is there to add the interracial tag.
Thank you, Axis. I hope the placements go well. I hope you place very highly for such a generous donation. But yes.
this could make people uncomfortable.
Yes.
That's where, even though it doesn't matter how many people were egging it on or asking for it or begging for it and thinking it was so funny and everyone, seems like this joke, I should.
So if you guys haven't noticed, fucking dono goals are broken on YouTube. I asked the boys if they could fucking get dono goals, and like literally none of us can set dono goals.
Have taken a second and been like, maybe send a bobby pin.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the thing to send to someone.
Guys, why did nobody ever tell her to stop? She's like constantly deferring responsibility, dude. She's like, why didn't anybody tell me to stop? Why didn't anybody tell me to not send fucking panties?
This is not something
Not a bobby pin. A silver one or a black one?
Well, I think I usually use the black ones for Miranda.
The brown one, that's
black
cute.
Reds.
Something else, Colleen, that has come up and been discussed is the fact that you
If I invest in Dick Token, do I become a dick holder? I mean, of course, that's the proper term,
would participate in group chats with your fans, and there were minors in those chats, and there would be questions regarding their virginity and sex positions.
Right.
Inappropriate questions are being asked to underage
How are we going to square this circle? I'm very interested to see how this one gets deflated.
people. What was going on?
That's true. It's completely inappropriate. And I used to do this weekly question and answer thing with my audience. And that particular group chat was full of a bunch of different fans of all ages, but they were crass and funny and ridiculous.
What?
And they would, whenever I asked for questions for my channel, they would ask me questions like that. They would ask me questions they knew I wouldn't answer, that were over the top, inappropriate. So when one of them, which this part of the conversation is now deleted, those parts of the conversations are deleted or gone or somehow, I don't know. But when they asked for questions for theirs, I was trying to do the same jokes that they had just previously been doing with me.
So the minors started it? Is that your argument on this one is that the minors started it? Okay. Yeah, we're doing a reverse groomer argument. Okay.
Stupid and inappropriate. Shouldn't have done it. I feel really embarrassed and stupid. And
Would you like to receive a little free graphic stream box overlay for the dick donators? Sure, I'm not twisting your arm or anything.
Did you know they were underage at the time?
I knew that there were teenagers in the chat. Yeah, I
So
did
you knew that there were underage people there.
know that. And
Chat, that Little Guys Incorporated has been subsidized. We are now under the umbrella of the diesel industry complex, otherwise known as Dick.
I can't believe that we finally become such a large international corporation,
And I also thought, well, they all know I'm not serious. I don't want the
Guys, they knew that it was chill. They were chill like that. What kind of argument is this?
answers to these questions.
This is a Scarlet Reaper level argument.
They all know that I'm just joking around like they do this to me, and they know I'm not going to answer the questions. I know they don't want the answer. You know, like I thought like this was, you know, it was clear between all of us that like I was joking. I didn't actually want this information from.
I didn't actually want them to tell me their favorite sex positions. I was just asking, you know, as like a hypothetical.
This person. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny to
So that makes the gallery thing a dick pic. Yeah, I guess it does.
ask a really absurd, crazy question. And there were a bunch of questions I asked.
There is actually no way. This is actually like the worst argument she could be giving for this. It would be better for her to no comment this than to answer it.
Those were just a few of the awful ones that I did. And I very much, I should have never done that. That was crazy of me.
It wasn't in a grooming fashion.
Absolutely not.
It's not about the intention.
It was in a stupid fashion. It was in a, like I shouldn't.
For the
like,
laugh?
For the laugh. I thought it would make them laugh. I thought they'd be like, oh my.
Dude, she was just asking these minors these inappropriate questions for content. Oh, well, that makes it so much better. She's not a pedophile. She's just a psychopath.
My God, I can't believe you said that. Ha ha ha. Like how they did with me often. They were very funny. That group chat of all these different fans. They were very funny, very dedicated, wonderful people.
So you were being
Your Honor, it was a joke is bananas, dude.
one of the kids.
Yeah, right.
And you had forgotten.
Yeah,
so
right.
You were acting more like one of your kid viewers versus remembering that.
Why is she fucking, what is this, dude? This fucking, get Miranda out of here. Not Colleen, this other lady.
You were actually the adult in the chat.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And that
Get fucking evil Hunter Schafer out of this room this instant.
lends itself to the power dynamic that you had referenced earlier, where you kind of had lost the awareness of that relationship or dynamic.
There was no part of me that was wanting that information truly from them. I wasn't.
I don't even. What
trying to get anything out of them. I was just trying to be like one of them, which is embarrassing to admit because that was not my responsibility in that time. I was trying to be silly like them and be their friend when in reality.
Wow, that sounds like a fucking pedophile, actually. I was just trying to be silly like the kids. I was just trying to be their friend. Ma'am, you were in your late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, I was the one who's supposed to be the responsible one. I was the adult there that should have never participated in that conversation and should have never joked with him about that kind of stuff. There's the power dynamic there, that parasocial relationship that I wasn't thinking about, which was irresponsible of me. Like, I should have been thinking about that, and I should have removed myself from that chat
I know,
immediately.
she actually sounds more guilty doing this than doing the fucking ukulele.
When they were joking about things that were inappropriate, I shouldn't have ever participated in those conversations. And it was rare that I was in there talking to them.
Evil Hunter Schafer be like, I'm cisgender. Did you guys see that there was allegedly footage of The Legend of Zelda live action being filmed recently? I don't believe it's real.
But that is one of the moments where I did interact, and I wish that I hadn't.
Let's talk about JoJo for a second. So we know JoJo. You
What
know
up, Jo?
JoJo. You became friends with her when she was how old?
I first met JoJo, I think she was 11 when I met her and her mom.
Oh, boy.
For dinner, because JoJo was a fan, and
JoJo was a fan. You're doing nothing, but I've never seen. Maybe these interviewers suck. They're terrible. They're 100% sweepers. It's amazing that despite the interviewers being complete fucking evil sweeping freaks, okay, that Colleen still manages to tie her noose herself and then hang herself with it, okay? It is absolutely astounding that they couldn't save her in the slightest.
So she and another girl from the Dance Mom show wanted to meet me, so I went to dinner with them.
Some people will say that that was an inappropriate friendship for you two to develop since she was 11 and you were an adult. But thoughts, feelings?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't look at it as a friendship at first. She was 11.
Yeah.
And I looked at it as a sweet young girl. I loved the show she was on, and she liked my videos and looked up to me, and she wanted to meet me. And to me, I wasn't looking at it as like becoming best friends with her when I met her. It was just a sweet meeting. And then she's a hustler. You guys know JoJo? She immediately was like, well, I want to do, I had a video called Colleen's Corner that I answered questions every week. So she did JoJo's Juice to do the same kind of, you know, she kind of looked at me as like a mentor, someone she looked up to. And, you know, I don't.
Oh my God. Really? She looked up to you as a mentor? Let me know if you've heard this one before, Chad. Holy shit. God damn. I know you might not be a traditional celebrity, but you sure sound like old Hollywood.
Want to speak for JoJo though. It feels weird talking about this without her here, but you know, she can say this herself if she wants. But
Look at Child a Hustler is wild.
You know, so over time we became friends because she was such a hustler. She'd want to collaborate. And
Guys, you gotta understand. JoJo might have been a child, but she wore the pants in that content relationship. All right, weird argument, Colleen, but it's nice of you to make it.
And so we'd get together and make videos together.
Which was also very common for YouTubers and fellow people in the world to want to collab.
This fucking sweeper, get Miranda out of here. This fucking asshole. This lady is got like a demon in her soul, dude. This is a fucking Yakubian devil. Get her gone. Get her out of here. Get her gone. I don't want her here. All right.
I know that we keep saying we're going to send the Mexicans. They're going home. We're taking them back. We're going away. But this white woman, I want her out of here. I don't like her attitude. I don't like what she's saying. My font is black on black. I can't read the donation.
Collaborate and get to know each other, feed off each other's videos.
Right.
So,
yes, we became friends, but it always felt more like a family thing because I'm a big family person. Like, I love my family. I'm always with my family. We're always hanging out. We're always having family gatherings. And I think that, again, I don't want to speak for her, but, you know, she liked to come over to our family gatherings and hang out with my family where we'd be playing games.
This child, the child likes to come over and hang out with me.
And you know, eating pizza with my parents, and sometimes her mom and her brother would come, and her dad. Like, it was a very family.
They're a big family. The Siwas are a big
and,
family.
You know, and my brother.
What the fuck you, fuck you.
And all his kids were there, so he's got 6 kids, and they'd all be there, and we'd all be playing.
No,
I paid the kids
for
would be putting on
toxic gossip
performances,
trade.
and we'd
I'm
all
sorry.
be laughing and playing it. So it always felt very like sisterly friends. And yes, now that she's older, and I would definitely consider her one of my close friends, and I love her dearly, and I admire her so much. I think she's incredible. I was very involved with talking with her mother all the time and making sure her mom knew when we were hanging out, and her mom said, "I'm friends with her mom. I love Jess."
Yeah.
That's all very shocking to me that people look at us being friends as. I mean, I guess it makes sense considering the allegations that have come up.
The context of everything. Yes, you're not helping yourself.
But
you've actually, this interview has made me feel that there's something evil about your relationship with JoJo. There could be nothing evil about it, but the way you presented it makes it sound as if there is.
I think JoJo's amazing, and she's like a sister to me, and I'll stand by that forever.
Oh, brother, you're not helping your case.
There's nothing weird or inappropriate about our friendship or our relationship. She is amazing. She's my sister, and I have a sister, and she's like a sister to her as well. And JoJo doesn't have a sister, and she's excited that now she calls us her sister. So yeah, it's never been a weird or inappropriate thing.
Even though YouTube is a community of non-celebrity and celebrity people coming together and uploading videos.
Oh, you think you're a celebrity still, Raven Simone? Your were, your has been. Your career's done. You run a podcast, girl. You're basically unemployed.
Videos. It has become an industry of its very own.
Totally. Yes.
And within an industry of entertainment, which is what YouTube is now, people are going to interact of all different backgrounds and all different ages. And
I'm just saying, Raven has been Simone. You know, they say she can tell the future, folks. They say she can see things. But you know what I'm saying? She didn't see this coming. She didn't see the fall of her career. Raven has been.
There are so many YouTube kids that are not on YouTube because they're doing it themselves. They have their parents there with them. And we know Jess as well. We know the family. There will never, ever be a time where Jess is not aware of what JoJo is doing.
Yeah.
And I want to keep people aware that we really do have to be careful in how we throw stones at people when we don't know the entire story.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Raven Simone. I think I will gladly throw my stones.
When there is a culture within the entertainment industry.
Dude, I feel like Raven Simone constantly wants to say something that is definitely not appropriate.
That not a lot of people understand.
So much has happened, and I can only imagine that having to absorb and internalize all of this, a lot of it must have made you have to change. I want to know about
You
some
haven't
of these
changed at all,
changes you've gone
actually. She hasn't changed at all.
through since the height of the controversy.
Well, I'm much more anxious now. And I've been through so much therapy.
It's not working. I think it might have helped you achieve optimal narcissism, actually.
And I also just think I go into kind of everything with a different perspective than I did before. I mean, when I responded to everything, I was really thinking about the whole situation from my perspective, obviously. Like, these people have shifted their opinion who were laughing with me and now they're not. And instead of thinking about like, well, why? I was like, that's not fair, you know, which was the wrong reaction. And so now I look at things a lot differently, just in general in life, you know. Even if I feel I have been wronged in any way or whatever, my go-to now isn't like, that person's wronged me. It's, what are they going through? Why did they say that? What's the root here? Because
Yeah. You figured out empathy at the age of fucking 40, dude.
I think with everything that I went through and everything that I was canceled for, I was so caught up in the things that weren't true, and, well, they're missing the context of this, so, well, and that was taken out of context there, and this was deleted from this. And, you know, I wanted to explain everything and prove that I wasn't this horrible person, this monster. But, like, in my response, I kind of proved I was kind of like
dismissive.
Yeah, dismissive.
Not gonna lie, Raven is a baddie. I'm sorry, Kevin. You wrong, dog. You wrong, dog. I know that, like, fellas, I think we got to work on developing our gaydar. All right, we need to read Sylvia Plath and become more performative, so that way we can detect these things.
And so, you know, I've learned to take a beat and try to hear what people are actually saying. Because, yes, there's going to be all the noise. And even when you're just having a little tiff with your partner, they're going to say they're mad about things they're not really. And it's important to try to, like, sift through the crazy and get to, like, what's the root here? Why is this person hurt?
Yeah.
And how can I help them to feel better? And how can I explain this?
Get your bulk matcha on iron, performative bros. Fellas, we got to wear turtlenecks and read feminist literature and have a dangly earring. Come on, stop it.
In the right way to help them feel safe and okay when they're not feeling good.
Well, that mindset definitely comes with maturity. You know, that's something that we all have to learn. That's something that people aren't born with. That comes from trial and error. That comes from trauma. And that comes from a situation like what you have been through. Knowing that this lives online forever. How are you going to explain this to your children?
Yeah, I wonder how you going to explain this one to your children, because you'll explain it to them, and then your kids' friends and peers will explain it to them. So how are you going to manage that one?
That's part of the reason why I'm here now.
Yeah, this is actually really bad. I would not show this to your children, actually.
You know, I kind of was of the mindset for so long, like, I just don't want to talk about it. I'm extremely non-confrontational. And I'm
what a fucking surprise.
very anxious. And I will do absolutely anything to avoid a confrontation or avoid someone being upset with me, or to a fault. It's not something I love about myself. It's something
She will say bad people came after mommy.
that gets me in trouble. And so I don't want to continue to, you know, bring it up for people that they don't, you know, it might hurt them, or, you know, I just feel like, you know, people have said how they feel about me, and I'm just gonna back away because that's what I think that people want at this point. It's kind of how I felt.
You are coming back around.
So the way that you're gonna explain it to your kids is what? Because you just didn't answer that question and just talked about yourself.
To not say, take me in again.
No.
But you're coming back around to say, I know what I did.
I mean, she'll be fine. She's pretty good at talking to kids already. That's a diabolical chat. I think that might actually one-shot her.
I know what I need to change.
Is she about to put something out? Is that why she did this interview?
have to
Yeah, I
love
think she's thinking of coming back. That must be it. That's the only reason she would do an interview like this.
Me, you don't have to like me.
Right.
But you recognize what happened. And that
Right.
takes a lot of fucking courage.
Get the fuck out of here. Fucking beat that teapot over your head. Crack that open like a fucking Western movie.
Obviously wish I could go back and do everything differently in my reactions.
She dodged that shit like Andrew Cuomo dodged the presence of his accuser at the mayoral debate.
To this whole situation, I feel terrible that I made anyone feel anything other than happy and safe in our little community online.
Oh, fuck off.
That's all I ever wanted, and I feel so terrible that I disappointed so many people. And I'm genuine.
Yeah. You're not you're disappointed that your fans are upset. Yeah, okay, we get it. You didn't learn anything.
Can't even talk.
You're okay. Take a beat.
Stressed.
Dude, this is fucking Elizabeth Holmes energy, dude. Holy shit. By the way, speaking of, I saw a picture of Elizabeth Holmes recently. I know this motherfucker was in jail. Why, or excuse me, prison. All right. Why is she on like some fucking ranch in the middle of buttfuck nowhere where her baby's frolicking in the grass? I know that motherfucker was in prison. Oh wait, didn't she get out recently? Fuck, yeah. I don't even think she served her full time. Never mind.
I should have thought a lot more about my interactions with my fans and how
Silly Diesel, rich people don't stay in jail. I know. We need to have a serious conversation and change that.
could affect them. I should have been more responsible and thought about how these things could affect people, especially
What did she do again? She basically defrauded millions of dollars of investor funds. She also basically developed this entire false persona, which is just another weird thing. But yeah, she basically was like, I created this medical invention that's going to basically revolutionize the industry, and everything that they were doing was completely false. They literally made it all up. The machine didn't work. Nothing fucking worked. She turned out to be like this ridiculous fucking psycho. Okay. And there's like tons of books about it. Which, by the way, they're actually back. They're doing it again. But this time they say it'll work because AI, one. And two, Elizabeth Holmes isn't running it. Just, I think the guy that she's fucking is running it. So, you know, there's a nice separation of power there.
You know, the teenagers that were
Theranos
interacting with me. And I'm so now, in hindsight, like grateful and proud of these people for coming forward and saying like, hey, this is not okay behavior. Because even though I know that I never wanted to hurt anyone and my intentions and my desires were nothing negative in my interactions with these people, that needed to be said. They needed to.
Well, so the thing with Theranos, like the main like big part of it is the defrauding investors, right? Which, I mean, not every single person who invests is like fucking loaded. You can scam tons of broke ass people, middle income people, and rich people with investor fraud. But two, yeah, it was still in trial run, so none of it got like far out there. Could you imagine if that stuff ended up in every CVS like they had wanted? Theranos would have been providing fake reports of medical health based on blood droplets that did nothing if they had gotten what they wanted. They would have been in every pharmacy and used as a tool by like millions of doctors across the world. Okay, so we're lucky it didn't get that far because it could have been really bad.
Say like, hey, this isn't okay, because there are people out there who they do have the intentions to hurt them, and they need to be able to say, like, this isn't okay, and I'm not standing for this, and like, my heart was in the right place. It doesn't
Guys,
matter.
her heart
if
was in the right place. The dark place, even.
people felt uncomfortable. I'm proud of them for saying, like, this wasn't okay, and this made me uncomfortable, or this is not an okay
She's
thing to
proud of them now, but she was mad in the moment when she whipped out the ukulele.
joke about, or whatever. You like, that needed to happen. And I hope that anyone interacting with anyone online, whether it be a celebrity or a new friend or anyone, goes into it with that caution up of like, what are these person's intentions? And assuming they're negative going into it, I feel like is a good thing to protect them from
Real predators.
Real
Yeah,
predators
real
who actually do want to
Yeah,
hurt
real predators? Okay.
I'd be curious to know your thoughts on what you think your spirit is here to learn.
Your spirit. What the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Because what you've had to endure
is a big learning lesson.
Is a huge, it's a masterclass beyond. And
Her spirit, yeah, man. What are her chakras saying? What's the horoscope on this, bro?
it has, I think, brought you to your knees. It has made you, as you said, more anxious. It's shifted your perspective. You had to take 2 years away. You haven't been online. I mean, it really kind of changed your life. So what do you think the lesson is for your soul, your being on earth right now?
There are so many lessons. I mean, the things that I've learned and reflected on and thought about over the last couple of years is, I mean, I'm a completely different person now in so many
No, you're not. No, you're not. None of these answers have indicated any of that. You actually have chosen to ignore any possible growth.
different ways. One is, I mean, thinking about things from other people's perspectives is important because while, you know, I might have been like, I can't believe people would say this. I'm sure everyone watching was like, why? I can't believe she's not addressing this properly. I can't believe she's, you know, they felt betrayed by me. My fans and supporters.
Why is that angle so important to you, the fans and supporters? That shows me that you haven't learned anything, dude.
Wasn't addressing this the appropriate way and explaining what was going on. And so I've learned to try to look at conflict from the other person's perspective. I've also, everything that I do and everything that I say, especially as a person of influence, is I'm impacting people. And is that impact necessary and is it good? Because sometimes you don't need to make them laugh if it's going to hurt someone along the way. You don't need to, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Guys, she actually discovered empathy in these last 5 years.
Thinking about the long term, as someone who thinks in the here, right now, what will make people happy right now and make people like me right now, that doesn't always result in good things. You know, thinking in the long term and how is this going to snowball and affect people in the future it's a way I've never thought before, and it's something I'm still learning and working on, because it is my go-to to be like, how can I make this person happy right now? I just want, you know, and that causes problems. You really need to be thinking about the other person's well-being and how it will affect them in the future.
Why is there somebody's grandma behind Colleen? It's a fucking urn behind her.
Yeah. And so that's something I've learned and I'm working on a lot.
It's apparent that you want to make amends, that you are taking responsibility for the things that you have done in the past that were not okay.
She's not.
Okay. And you've said, I'm sorry now.
No, she hasn't, actually. She said sorry to her fans and to herself.
Many times before being on this show, and now many times today on the show. But I want to know, have you been able to / will you forgive yourself?
I don't care.
For some things, I think. But I also think I'm one of those people that whatever hate comments or hate I receive, I've already thought it about myself at some point in my life. So, you know, I'm my biggest hater. They ain't got nothing on me. So it's hard.
I think you actually love yourself, actually.
For me to have grace with myself and forgiveness. And I think that's why it's taken me so long to even say anything is I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll just back away. Cause I just, you know, and that's one of the things I've learned in the last 2 years is so much of my self-worth was based in the
What is
validation
Diesel's
from
face
my
cam ratio? It should be just 16:9.
fans and making sure I was being entertaining and I was giving them what they wanted, and that was who I was as a person. So when that was taken away, I was like, then I'm nothing. So that was a really hard lesson for me to learn, to find.
I think we should have kept the tears inside today, actually. I don't think these white woman crocodile tears are gonna help.
Peace and happiness and validation, and be okay with myself with that not there, because you can't put your entire person and your whole validation in like what others think of you, and that's what I was doing with my fans. I wasn't anything without that.
Do you remember earlier when I asked you what your lesson was for your soul?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
That to me is actually the answer.
What? This fucking woman is a fae. This is a witch. Who is this lady? Who is this lady? We keep saying Raven Simone can see the future. This motherfucker's the one that has powers, bitch. What?
That the person that you are.
Dude, this motherfucker talks to the deers in their backyard, man.
Because you've struggled with your worth.
Dude, she's actually in a fae circle. That's why there's all those like little plants and stuff. She's a vampire. Yeah, you know what, dude? Dude, in Vampire the Masquerade, the lesbian couple that controls the small town in Oregon. This is the Prince of Oregon is Raven Simone, and that's her concubine.
Because you've struggled with your confidence. It's like when you have...
Dude, this is the Illuminati Yakubian trophy wife.
Those questions of, am I worthy enough to be here? If you're in this...
Yeah, why do you think Raven's glasses are red? Yeah, the red is like giving vampire, dude.
Industry, and you show weakness, that will be eaten alive.
Yeah.
Because people prey on that. Right. And I think your soul's journey here is to learn
journey here. What? Hold on. I feel like I've heard some other wackadoo cracked out person say something like this before, where our souls are here to like learn something and go on a specific journey, dude. Why do I feel like I've heard this said by like a rich billionaire who like controls the fabric of reality? Why have I heard this argument before?
You're worthy. And to really find peace in yourself, right, and love yourself, because I tell you,
well,
it's brutal.
I'm still working on that one.
I know.
I think you know, this is not a woe is me thing at all, but like there's, with everything that happened.
When the vampire couple looks at you across the bar.
I was about to do another Broadway show, and I was writing my next book, and I was in the middle of a big tour, and everything was one by one like plucked from me. Everything that I'd been working on and worked for decades, you know.
Guys, this is not a woe is me, but my entire empire fell out from underneath me.
And it sucked, but like honestly, like what really struck me was who am I without this validation from these people. So
I think you need to realize as a creative that validation can't come from others. It needs to be like something that you do and like develop intrinsically for yourself. Like I make things for other people, and I understand, and there's a part of me that wants to seek that validation, but I need to know that that part of me is just 100% wrong. Because I know that when I make stuff, that if I'm too worried about validating others, then I compromise the things that I make.
It took me a while to...
We like your vibe. Yellow vampire, black vampire.
Wake up and not be disappointed, you know? Like,
yeah.
But like, yeah, I definitely worked really hard to get there and realized one day like, oh, I'm not getting any validation from any...
We like your vibe. We saw you from across the bar. And we think that you would be great to join a polycule. We have a castle back in Transylvania. We think that you would make a great bottom, and we've been looking for a third to spice some things up.
Audience, and I'm okay. Like,
may we come in? Come in your bottom.
And obviously I have the most important
Definitely eat her after this interview.
things in the world to me, which is my children and my family, and that's all that I need.
Too bad, you will never see them again. We are about to eat this whole.
And that's where I'm at now. I think I needed to get to that point
Too far, Diesel.
before coming out and saying anything, because I need to have everything that I need before I
Yeah. You need this.
make sure this is because I'm just want to clear the air and say my side of things without any like expectations or, you know.
Or ukulele.
Or ukulele. God, fuck that ukulele. Can I say that word?
You can say that word.
Thank you so much, Colleen, for coming and bearing your soul and being honest.
What is this, dude? These are like what is this genie ass interview, dude?
And addressing
These two are definitely magical, dude. There's no way. Magical derogatory, magical evil, dude.
the concerns of others.
Thank you. Thanks for having me,
You're
and
doing
thanks
well.
for chatting with me.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Do you want to touch on what she's doing now?
No one gives a shit what I'm doing. Who cares? They'll come. They find me.
Just say it. So just say it so we can have it.
Yeah, I'd be
Read
like,
my
well, you
book.
can find me at. Follow me on Instagram.
Oh my god. Thank you all so much for listening.
Wow, what a horrible interview. What terrible people you are, dude. What terrible human beings. Fucking abysmal people. Absolutely one of the worst interviews I've seen in a long time. I'm glad that I got to do content that's not like the same usual bullshit. So I appreciate it. It got a rise out of me, which is pretty rare. But holy fucking shit. Holy shit. Proof there is this is proof there is a God, and it is a malevolent one. No kind and loving deity would have created this podcast and an interview. Why do you think that I asked the gods for their opinion on this? Because this was clearly one of the tricksters. Damn, 120 buckaroos. That's like minimum wage. I mean, I'm not getting paid from my business right now, right? You don't make a paycheck for like the first year. This is like the only place that I'm gonna get income right now, which is why I'm trying to stream. It'll pay my student loans off. I have the payment coming up. I gotta pay like fucking $400, dude. Insane. I think we should do something about that. Well, I'm going to fucking, I don't know. Loki does not claim this, Diesel. He has standards. I don't know, man. It does seem like one of his schemes. I have made a man pregnant. My final act as a vampire.